And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Robinson Hale Stadium here on the campus of Mississippi College in Clinton, where it's the final home game of the 2023 season as the MC Choctaws host the Argonauts of the University of West Florida. I'm Reed Vance, along with Charlie Williams. Zach Sewell will join us here in just a minute. Choctaws enter this ball game with 3 wins under their belt, trying to get a 4th here on Senior Day. No postseason opportunities this year for Mississippi College. So 2 more games, starting with this one against the Argonauts. MC Charlie coming off a loss to North Greenville this past Saturday.
Yeah, and last week they did something that they really haven't done all year, which was they gave up a ton of yardage through the air, 345 yards total. They really allowed North Greenville to possess the ball for a lot of the game, and it hurt them in the pass game. That's something we can't see them do again today.
All right, if they're going to win this ball game, they've really got to focus in on the outstanding West Florida receiver.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I mentioned last week, 345 yards allowed to the North Greenville pass offense. Can't happen again this week. Caden Leggett and John Giles, the leading receiver in all of college football, excluding Division III. John Giles is somebody that's super talented. They like to move him around a lot. Has a huge yardage per catch, around 20 yards, I believe. Just a big playmaker for this team. Somebody that they have got to keep an eye on. This Choctaw secondary is still the leading one in the Gulf South Conference in yards allowed, despite last week's performance. And they've got to just get back to doing what they do and keep an eye on the guys that are going to make the big plays for this West Florida passing offense.
It's going to be a tough ball game, no doubt. Let's go down to our man on the field, Zach Sewell. Zach, what else do the Choctaws need to do in order to win this football game?
Well, for the defense, the pressure does not stop, especially from last week against North Greenville. They really did struggle, and that's not going to change today as they're going up against a very talented offense in West Florida, ranking number 3 in the GSC. So what the offense needs to do, given that, hold the ball, control the time of possession, but capitalize on defensive mistakes and capitalize on scoring drives and just keep the ball out of Pee-wee Jarrettan, the talented quarterback that's going to lead West Florida today. And that will be paramount for the defense moving into this game.
All right, thank you so much, Zach. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff of today's football game. It is going to be a warm day, unseasonably warm for early November here in Clinton, Mississippi, but a good ball game getting set for you. It's the Choctaws and the Argonauts of the University of West Florida. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have our weekly conversation with MC head coach John Bland. That's next when Choctaws football continues in a moment.
There was a time when a person's word was enough, a time when a handshake meant something, and integrity really mattered. For over 70 years, the values of Farm Bureau Insurance have been rooted in hard work, faith, and family. In that time, we've seen the world change in many ways. What hasn't wavered is Farm Bureau Insurance's commitment to our customers to protect their way of life and serve the communities in which they live when they need us most. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
The if in life, it's a world of possibilities. If you go for a night out with friends, if you can keep an eye on your money along the way, if you know you have overdraft protection with no fee transfers from savings, when you get a low balance alert, it's easier to say yes to fun. If that sounds good, try Regions Life Banking.
Stay ready for the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
I'm Jay Seaman, joined alongside head football coach John Bland. How are we doing this morning?
Doing good, doing good.
You know, looking ahead to this West Florida game, really one of the most important things always is that it's senior day, and really in your eyes, what has really this specific senior class meant for you and done across their time here?
Well, they have. We've gone through several things. You know, if you look all the way back to 2019, you know, and that would be a really good year. We ended up we beat Delta State there toward the end of the year to really cap it off at home. We went undefeated at home, which was a great year. And then we went through COVID, which was another challenge they had, and also just building up through this conference and continuing to grow. Went through several offensive coordinators and so on, and that is you know, the challenges that they faced, but also just the joy they brought to Mississippi College. Just been really good, and we've got 19 of them that are going to be out there in senior day today, and that's exciting. But it's also guys we'll miss. You know, some of those guys are with COVID. A lot of them. The good thing is a lot of them got to graduate, and a lot of them have started or maybe even finishing their master's program. So that's got more education out of that COVID. That's one good thing. But that is something we're going to also miss these young men.
Well, it sounds like resiliency is probably a pretty good word to describe them, but
No doubt.
looking back at that North Greenville game,
Yes.
not the result obviously you wanted for both offensively, defensively, kind of looked a little bit troubling at some times, but really
Yes.
in this week, what's been kind of the main point of focus as y'all try to kind of push the reset button?
Sure. You know what? We faced the North Greenville, and before that, Shawan. I know we didn't get to talk about that the week before. We had a lot of good things happen at homecoming, which was exciting. I wanted to rather talk about that than the North Greenville. But North Greenville, we didn't play our best. And North Greenville was a really good football team. Earlier in the year, they were leading at an FCS program, Charleston Southern, and who competed with Clemson. I mean, this is a good team. They had a lot of weapons, and they proved it versus us. Other than that, giving them that credit, we didn't play our best. You know, one of our strengths right now has been our defense. They've been playing really, really good football. And for the first half, they weren't themselves. We gave up big plays, which gave up a lot of yards and points. Second half, we came out. We had opportunities to get in the ball game versus North Greenville. We had opportunities to get down there and score, and we didn't. You know, we missed some field goals. Things just weren't going the way you have to when you play in a really good team like that on their homecoming. They had a lot of energy, and it ended up not coming out like we wanted to. And so what we've done this week is tried to focus on, you know, being closer to perfect. We don't have to play perfect to win, but we need to play without mental mistakes and on both sides of the ball, play extremely hard. There's only 60 minutes of football you play every time you get out there, and it's they get their best effort. And that's, I think, what we're going to do. We've done that. You know, throughout the year, we need to make it for all 60 minutes this game.
You know, looking back at the offense that game, there were some, you know, really incredible bright spots there. R.J. Wilson had himself a nice game. Marcus Williams goes for 147 yards. Fourth straight game, he goes for triple digits. So really, what's the correlation between him and this offense's success this season? Well,
both those guys, you know, Marcus and R.J. are really good runners. You know what? To be a good runner, you got to have some good blocking too. And the guys have been blocking well for them, but those two guys are special. They're hard to bring down. And if you watch them run, you watch them in the pile, all of a sudden you're thinking the play's over, and it's not. They're continuing to gain yards. They're strong. They've been protecting the football. And you know what? It's good to have them, I'm going to be honest with you. And I know teams are aware of those two guys, number 5 and number 12. They're ready for them, and there's nothing really they can do about it. Just hang on. And what we got to do is help to surround them with some things to help them out a little bit. Complete some more passes, be more accurate in the passing game, to balance us up a little bit. And right now, you know, people know that our strength is our running game, but it's still going to be strong. And a lot because of the blocking, but also those two guys are running it really, really well.
You know, speaking of that passing game, Cam Davis only 3 of 15 this past week, but you have, you know, really started to use him a lot more. Like the shorter game, he looked incredible that game. Mm-hmm. But, you know, how do you get him more comfortable in the pocket and maybe get some more consistency out of him?
Well, I think the more he plays, and hopefully the better he'll feel in the pocket. Like you said, there's a passing the ball is several things that go into it. 1, protection. 2, quarterback feeling comfortable and also knowing his reads. 3, the receiver's got to get open. Now I got to be accurate with the ball. Now I got to catch the ball. So a lot of things go into the passing game, and we've been consistent on it some, but not nearly enough. And a lot of that has to do with just all different kind of things. So it's we got to put it all together, and we've gotten better and better in practice this week. And so hopefully we can you know, make him feel more comfortable, but also he's got to take charge of it, which I hope he does.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, flip fields for a second. This defense, we know how strong they are.
Yes.
Unfortunately, gave the most amount of points they have all this season.
Yep.
So really, what is you and the defensive coordinators as a coaching staff, what do you guys tell them to try and set themselves up for success against another great offense in West Florida?
Right. Well, I know Coach Gilbert has a really good plan, and, you know, plans are about execution. Yeah, put ourselves in the best position to stop what they do best, okay? And I know West Florida can run the football, but they can also throw it. Their quarterback has an extremely strong arm. They got receivers who can go get it. So we've got to cover them, but we also got to get off blocks and make tackles. They got some strong running backs as well. And so we've practiced, had good practices, and have a chance to really do what we do best, and that is make plays. And I think it make offenses go the long, hard way. This is going to be very big for us. Last week we gave up some big plays. I want to say there's a lot of yards came out of a few amount of plays, and then we need to prevent those big plays. And that's something that'll be a challenge, but I hope our defense is up to it and they can do it.
Absolutely. You know, finally, Coach, looking ahead for West Florida, in your mind, what's kind of the one or two things that has to happen or just needs to go right in order for you guys to come out with a win?
Well, we need to score when we have chances to. When we get down there and we make drives, or we have open receivers, we need to hit them. We need to make the catches. We need to make sure we're protecting our quarterback. And then those things will happen. When we get down there, though, we don't need to be. We can settle for field goals. There's nothing wrong with that. But we also need to not settle. We need to score when we have a chance. And pound it in there. And on defense, we need to make them go the long, hard way. We need to make plays. We need to make tackles. We need to keep our head up and grab folks and get them to the ground, and not let people slip through. And these guys are strong runners too, but keep those receivers in front of us. Hopefully good things will happen.
Absolutely. And Head Coach John Bland, as we're looking forward to this West Florida game. Coach, we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
The right bank. It just fits. With online and mobile tools that give you the freedom to do more. The power to make your dream home yours. And help your business stay on top. Technology that makes one bank fit you to a T. Trustmark. People you trust. Advice that works.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
All right, welcome back to Robinson-Hale Stadium as we're now just a couple of minutes away from kickoff of today's game between Mississippi College and the University of West Florida. Choctaws in their home gold uniforms with the blue numbers, blue hats, white pants. Argonauts in their road white jerseys with the green numbers, green pants, and white helmets. And it is a beautiful day here in Clinton, Mississippi. A little on the toasty side. Sunny, 77. It's not going to get much hotter. Weatherman calls for a high today of 78. Very slight humidity and very slight winds out of the west at about 2 miles per hour. Not much at all, so kind of a day you can sit out and just bake just a little bit here in the early part of November. The Choctaws won the toss. They've deferred, so West Georgia is going to get the football to start the contest on what is senior day here at Mississippi College, final home game of the regular season. And then the Choctaws will wrap it up at Delta State next week at 2 o'clock. Comes MC now out onto the Robinson-Hale Stadium turf. Choctaws are 3-5 overall, 2-4 in the Gulf South Conference. 1-2 here at home. West Florida 6-3 overall, 4-2 in the GSC. Currently in 4th place. They've got a chance to make the Division II postseason. They'll really need a win in both of their last 2 games. They're playing the Choctaws today. They get winless Chowan next week. So the game really means a lot for the University of West Florida. It certainly means something for MC. You want to win on senior day. You want to finish strong. The Argonauts, however, are playing for a playoff berth.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're West Florida, you want to put up big numbers this week and next week against Chowan to try to convince that selection committee that you're worthy of a spot in the Division II playoffs. They're certainly capable of winning some games if they get in, but it's just a question of whether or not they do.
Currently, West Florida is ranked 4th in the South Region rankings. Valdosta is ranked 3rd. Delta State, a half game back in the Gulf South Conference standings, is ranked 2nd. West Georgia, who's a half game up on West Florida in the GSC standings, is currently 8th. They will need some help. They'll play Delta State at home today, and they're at Valdosta next week, so they'll need some help and need to win those couple of games to get in. Elsewhere today, Valdosta is at West Alabama. North Greenville hosting Shorter, and in fact, that game is almost over. North Greenville leading Shorter late fourth quarter, 27-17. And the other games, Valdosta and West Alabama, they are about to get going. And Delta State and West Georgia will play this evening. So Ben Pledger will tee it up at the 35-yard line as we get set to go here from Clinton. And the kickoff spiral goes to the goal line, and it will be taken out along the far side. And nice kick coverage there for Mississippi College.
They're going to have it all the way back at the 10.
So the Choctaws pin them deep. Their return coverage has been pretty good for MC all season long.
Yeah, and Zach Alford just looked indecisive on that return. He was standing on the goal line. Looked like he thought about taking the touchback. Not a great decision to try to return that one.
Pee Wee Jarrett, a senior out of Des Moines, Iowa, who started every game at quarterback last year for West Florida, has completed 59% of his passes for over 2,200 yards, 22 touchdowns, only 5 picks. And on first down, he's looking to throw. Right side, the pass is just dropped by Caden Leggett, redshirt senior out of Georgetown, Texas. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's not something we see out of this team very often.
No, they don't drop a lot of passes.
Leggett and Giles, probably two of the most talented receivers in this conference, both lining up on the same side for this team, and could be problematic.
2 to either side. And the pass comes near side. They give it to him. Leggett again. This time he makes the catch, and the Choctaws get him at the 17-yard line, so 3rd and short coming up. You mentioned John Giles, the other receiver, 6'3", senior out of Wake Forest, North Carolina, perhaps the best player in the Gulf South Conference. K.J. Franklin, Jacoby Quillen, the other wide receivers. Jacob Bruce, Colton Beasley, Oak Stipe, Namonte Decore, also known as Chop, and Ben Freeman on the line for West Georgia. 3rd down and 3 for the Argonauts. And Jarrett's looking, under pressure, wrapped over the backfield, and down he goes, back at the 15-yard line.
We got a flag on the field on the far side.
It is on the far side numbers.
A wide receiver just got tackled on that play.
That's where Giles and Trajan Anderson-Watts were.
And the referee will give us the indication of the penalty. He's looking to John Bland, saying, hey, do you want to decline this? Holding against the Choctaws. That's not the case. So erase that quarterback sack. It'll be a 1st down for West Florida. Tough break there for the Choctaws.
Yeah, that one hurts. What would have been a big 3-and-out to start this game.
The Choctaws averaging only 42 penalty yards a game. That's the fewest in the conference. West Florida the most in 99, but that call goes against MC. And it's 1st and 10 for the Argos as the line of scrimmage becomes the 28. Franklin goes in motion. Jarrett fakes the handoff. Now will run with it. He's a good runner. Across the 35, slides down at the 40. The starting running backs, Jamonte Woods and Jalen Bussey for the Argonauts. C.J. Wilson, their senior out of Daytona Beach, has rushed for the most yards. He's out today. Daryl Garcia will start, or at least play in his place. So a 1st down pickup on that last run for the Argonauts at the 37-yard line. Jared takes the snap, and the pass knocked away out of the air. He was looking to the flat left side, and that is a nice play by the senior captain, Deshaun Washington. Been impressed with the pressure. No, the Choctaws haven't had a lot of sacks this season, fewest in the conference, but they've been in the backfield in a hurry so far here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Some definite intensity coming from this Choctaw front seven to start this one off.
Second down, 10 upcoming. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side.
And you've seen early also, West Florida doing something they like to do a lot is get these receivers in motion. The Choctaws doing a good job to read that one.
Jarrett looking to throw, looking left, throws, pass batted, and incomplete. Another Choctaw got a hand on it.
That was
I think it was
Washington
again, yeah. So the senior captain out of Port Arthur, Texas, in his 5th year with the program, 2 big plays here in this opening drive, and it is going to be 3rd and 10 now for West Florida.
Yeah, former 4-star recruit from Texas A&M, Washington, showing that talent early.
So 3rd and 10 for West Florida. The line to gain for the first down pickup is the 48. Again, 3 to the left, 1 to the right side. Man in motion goes to the far side. Jarrett looking downfield, has time. Now out of the pocket. Gonna run with the football. The pocket collapses, and he's tackled at the 43. Great coverage downfield. That is a coverage stop for Mississippi College.
Kevin Smith was the one making the tackle, but guess who was involved again on that play? Deshaun Washington involved in the tackle. The Choctaw front seven did their job on that drive.
Washington, Gibson, Brinkley, and Gilbert up front. Betts, Hammond, the linebackers. Graves and Anderson watch the corners. Watts, Brown, and Grady, the safeties. Those are the ones who held the Argonauts to just 1 first down on that opening drive. And now they'll punt it away, will the Argonauts. This is Logan Gregory, 41-yard average on the season. And fair catch called for. V has it at the 23. We'll take a timeout. Timeout on the field with 12:03 to play here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Choctaws football will continue in a moment. .3 remaining in the first quarter, no score. Choctaws held West Florida to just 1 first down of the opening drive. And here comes the MC offense starting at the 23-yard line. Cam Davis getting the start at quarterback, and a handoff on the first play out to the 27-yard line goes Marcus Williams. It'll be Williams along with Ron Creighton and R.J. Wilson in the backfield, with Cam Davis running the show. The sophomore out of Nashville has completed just 48% of his passes since coming into the game as a quarterback in the West Georgia game, and he's started the last 5. Second down and a long 6. And they'll fake to Williams, throwing it right side. Pass is caught at the 25. Receiver makes his man miss. And that may be enough for a first down pickup for Orion Thompson. The junior out of Starkville who's really kind of come on out of nowhere. His 13th catch of the year.
Yeah, Thompson's been a big part of this offense as we've gotten into the second half of this season. Really kind of just been there for a lot of short, quick completions down low for Davis.
First down pickup it is to the 33. Choctaws with the ball on the far hash, moving right to left here in the first quarter. And they'll put it in the basket of Williams again, and this time he's out to the 43-yard line, and that's enough for the first down.
That motivated run by Marcus Williams as he got down to the ground and was still chugging to pick up the first.
We saw the Choctaw defense come out and start strong, and this offense on the first 2 or 3 plays looking pretty good too. First and 10 MC at their own 43. Just underway, no score in the game. Davis takes the snap. Marcus bouncing to the outside. Stiff arms a man to the 50. And he's got another first down, it appears. Maybe a yard short. We'll see where they spot him. He is at the 47 of West Florida.
The spot looks like it is a first down.
It is indeed.
And Williams has the last 4 weeks in a row gone for over 100 rushing yards. And certainly a fast start for him today as well.
He's over 700 yards now on the season. Now from the West Florida 47, first and 10 for MC. Fake to Williams, pass near side, caught, and coming to the 47. The ball knocked out of his hands, but it goes out of bounds. That is Jalen Bussey. No, I beg your pardon. Look at the wrong.
Swanigan,
Covante Swanigan. Look at 21 on the other side. Swanigan making the catch. He's only played a couple of games this year. He'll line up as a receiver to the right side of the formation here.
Yeah, he's a quick player. They like to use him as kind of a slot back where they'll put him in the backfield, motion him out as a receiver like they're doing now as well.
Williams straight ahead is tackled at the 44-yard line by Jacob Dorn. Up front for West Florida, Jacob Dorn, Byron Puryear, John McMullen, and Colin Shaw. Those tackles, Puryear and McMullen, probably the best duo defensive tackles in the Gulf South Conference.
Yeah,
Ralph Ortiz, Walker Robinson, Gael Laurent are the linebackers. Elijah Williams, Virgil Lemons are the corners. Quincy Milholm and Donovan Barnes the safeties. Third down 7 for MC. This is Williams again, and this time they get him in the backfield. Ball's on the turf. Look out. And the Argos have it. Recovered by Colin Shaw, the defensive end out of Largo, Florida. So the Choctaws turn it over. And West Florida will set up inside Choctaw territory for their second drive of the ball game.
And I think Cam Davis is getting an earful on the sideline right there, as he did not jump on that ball with the kind of urgency that you want when you see a ball go on the turf like that.
So the line of scrimmage for West Florida will be the 44 of the Choctaws. Scoreless game, 8:48 to play, first quarter. Pee Wee Jarrett averaging 280 all-purpose yards a game, second most in the Gulf South Conference. He's their quarterback. He'll hand it off on a seam up the middle, and it's across the 30 and down to the 25-yard line, and that is Jamontez Woods, a senior from Gadsden, Alabama, with a strong run on first down. Nothing fancy about that, just some power football between the tackles. And it'll be first and 10 for the Argonauts at the Choctaw 25. Again, their leading rusher, C.J. Wilson, not in action today. West Florida also has had plenty of defensive injuries they've battled this year. But they got a couple of games to make a case for a playoff spot starting today. This is Woods. Stutter step, got a line of scrimmage gain back only to the line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard forward, so we'll give him the 24, and it'll be second down 9.
Another good job by the Choctaw defensive front staying home as they brought a man to hit Jarrett, but they also were able to contain the running back.
Argos went pass heavy on the opening drive. Keeping the ball on the ground so far here on their second possession. Second down 9. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Jarrett to throw, far side, pass dropped. Giles dropped that one, looked upfield before he had it in his hands.
And just some uncharacteristic mistakes from this West Florida offense early today. Couple drops from Leggett and from Giles. And now a 3rd and long.
Line to gain for West Florida. Here's the 15. They take some time to get the right play in on this important 3rd down.
Play clock ticking down near 10 seconds.
Woods, the running back, with 4. There's the snap. They give it to Woods, turn the corner of the left side, has the first down and steps out about at the 10.
I think we're going to get holding against West Florida, though. They just threw the flag in the area of big Colton Beasley on the left side of that offensive line. I think this one's coming back.
I believe you're absolutely right, Charlie.
Yeah, Beasley tied up with the Choctaw defender. They were kind of out there all alone by themselves.
I think he
Easy to see. Holding is the call against West Florida, so that negates a first down. That would have the ball at the 15-yard line. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 19.
Yeah, he had Deshaun Washington wrapped up pretty good. 3rd and even longer.
Well, they've got some receivers, the Argonauts do, that can go up and get it and get a lot of yards in one catch. Giles, one of them, averaging 20 yards a reception this season. 3rd down and 16 as the penalty was marked from the mark of the penalty, and this is going to be a screen to Franklin. Franklin hit hard at the 17-yard line, and that stops him from getting a first down.
David Brown just absolutely laid him out.
Jason Betts a little slow to get up, the Choctaw linebacker. It is going to be 4th down and 3 for West Florida.
And they like to go for it on 4th down in the red zone. But Jarrett jogging off, not sure if he's getting a player. They are going to send the kick team out.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, they're second in the league in red zone scoring, but they are going to bring on instead Griffin Serra, the redshirt senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, who is 4 of 8 on field goal tries this season for a 35-yard attempt. His long's 36, so this is about the limits for him. No wind to speak of, and this is pretty much from dead center towards the north end zone. Griffin Serra looking for the first points of the ball game. The snap, the hold, the kick is away. It has the distance, and it is no good.
Wide right.
So 6:15 to play in the first quarter, no score. We'll take a timeout, and Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
The if in life, it's a world of possibilities. If you go for a night out with friends, if you can keep an eye on your money along the way, if you know you have overdraft protection with no fee transfers from savings, when you get a low balance alert, it's easier to say yes to fun. If that sounds good, try Regions Life Banking.
Stay ready for the if in life. Regions Bank embrace the if in life.
6:15 remaining first quarter, no scores. West Florida misses a field goal, and the Choctaws will start at their own 20-yard line for their second drive of the contest. Having turned it over on the first drive, they'll give it to Marcus Williams, breaking free to the near side, to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, down the near sideline, stays in bounds, finally pushed away at the 25. Marcus Williams with an electrifying run, and the Choctaws are in business on their second drive of the game.
And that's what you love to see if you're this offense, is just some rhythm to start this game off. It's felt like, especially against North Greenville last week, they just weren't able to settle in. Hopefully, a good sign there with the big run by Williams.
R.J. Wilson comes in to give him a breather, and they'll give it to R.J. off right tackle. Down to the 20-yard line, the junior from Oak Grove High School, Pearl River Community College transfer.
Got to hand it to this Choctaw line. They're creating some big holes for these running backs to run through.
Frank Bean, Levi Lott, Hayden Calhoun at center today. Cannon McCulley and Ronald Harris at right tackle. Those are the starters for MC up front. 2nd down 5 after that 5-yard gain. Davis sends Millsap in motion. They'll give it to Wilson again. And he gets about 3 yards off right tackle.
Not a very generous spot.
Spot him at the 17.
Gain of 3.
So 3rd and 2 coming up. Under 5 minutes to play in the first in a scoreless ball game.
Choctaws need to capitalize after the defense has really done their job early in this first quarter.
They'll put it in Wilson's hands again. And RJ, I think, just has enough.
Got it.
Referee on the near side marking in at the 15, and he says move the chains.
Yep.
He needed the 15, that's what he got. First down MC. Choctaw offense 7th in points per game, but 2nd in rushing yards per ball game in the Gulf South Conference, 222, and they're looking strong so far here today. 1st and 10 of the West Florida 15. Davis takes the snap. Wilson gets the call again. Nice hole between the tackles, and he's inside the 10 down to the 8. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle made by the free safety Quincy Milholm. Gain of 8 yards there for Wilson.
Gain of 8 on the play, 2nd down 2.
And it is 2nd down, 2 yards to go for Mississippi College. The long run by Marcus Williams. 55 yards, setting up this scoring opportunity. 2nd and 2. And here he is again, Wilson. This time he stopped after a 1-yard gain. And that is Traquan McNair, backup defensive lineman. On the stop.
3rd down 1.
3rd down 1 after a 1-yard pickup.
They stay in the gun.
And they get West Florida to move. John McMullen, their outstanding defensive lineman at defensive tackle, came through. Was he drawn offside? I don't think so. Offside against West Florida. Rare mistake for a guy that very well may be the defensive player of the year in the Gulf South Conference.
Yeah, certainly one of the most talented defenders in this conference.
Leads the league in tackles for a loss and sacks with 9. Transfer from Northern Michigan, who's 2nd team all Gulf Great Lakes Conference up there. 1st down pickup after the penalty for MC from the 4. Here's Wilson. Wilson straight ahead, and Wilson is down to the 1. Just missed the goal line, down to the 1. 2nd and goal coming up.
Ron Creighton running onto the field now. I'd expect some kind of power run here on the 1-yard line.
R.J. Wilson stays in at tailback. Creighton's in to block. 2nd and goal from inside the 1-yard line for MC.
Big Patrick Gardner on field as a blocker as well.
There's the snap. Wilson gets the call. Wilson to the goal line. Did he get in? The referees, for the moment, say no.
I thought he may have gotten there on forward progress initially.
It was awfully close. It's going to be 3rd down goal to go for MC. This is a great time to remind everybody that the quarterback sneak remains undefeated.
And with a 6'5" quarterback and a yard to go, hopefully they can determine that that's a good call in this timeout.
Choctaws will call a timeout to think about it. We'll keep it right here. No score in the ball game with a minute 55 to play in the first. Our starting lineups today were brought to you by CED, one of the nation's largest privately owned electrical distributors. CED's policy of service, integrity, and reliability, the driving force in every community they serve. Visit cedmagnolia.com for details. Choctaws with a disappointing 34-10 loss at North Greenville last week. Traded wins and losses for the last month. They'll wrap up the season at Delta State next Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. The Argonauts, coming off a heartbreaking loss to Valdosta, 31-28 last week, had the lead in the final minute, lost it on a TD with 30 seconds left. They missed some of their defensive players badly in that game due to injury. And this is a big game, as we talked about, for the Argonauts. They can beat MC and beat Chihuahua next week. That'll give them 8 wins and probably gets them to the playoffs.
A real look at least.
All right, after the timeout, 3rd down, goal to go from the 1-yard line for MC. Davis with Wilson to his left in the gun. There's the snap. Davis to the left. Davis into the end zone. Touchdown, Choctaws.
And the quarterback sneak remains undefeated.
Works every time.
And what a first quarter from this entire Choctaw team, really. Big plays on both sides of the ball. Marcus Williams with the big carry to set up the touchdown. And then the defense getting more pressure than we've seen pretty much all season.
Ben Pledger for the point after. He's perfect this season. And he remains so. 21 for 21. 7-0 Choctaws. 1:50 to play in the first. We'll take a timeout. Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
There was a time when a person's word was enough. A time when a handshake meant something, and integrity really mattered. For over 70 years, the values of Farm Bureau Insurance have been rooted in hard work, faith, and family. In that time, we've seen the world change in many ways. What hasn't wavered is Farm Bureau Insurance's commitment to our customers to protect their way of life and serve the communities in which they live when they need us most. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
You practice that one thing over and over. After a few thousand reps, you master it. That's why the subspecialists at Mississippi Sports Medicine focus on one specific area of the body. So when they see you, they've seen your condition thousands of times. For a winning outcome, turn to Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center. Your life, our focus.
With 1:50 to play here in this first quarter, 7-0. Mississippi College has the lead on West Florida. All right, Zach, down there on the Robinson Hale Stadium turf. I know it's warm down there today, but Choctaws have started pretty hot on both sides of the football. You often see this on a senior day, right? Everybody's kind of pumped up. The challenge now is to kind of make sure you sustain this over the course of the ball game, isn't it?
Absolutely. You can just feel it on the sideline. It is hot, but the Choctaws need to stay hot just like this for the remainder of the game. And you see Nick Grady and Marcus Williams, I can tell on the sideline, they continuously move around, get their teammates up, and you can see in Marcus Williams in the way he's running today. It is a very inspired performance so far, and we need to have that for all 4 quarters. But as you said, every senior day is kind of the same, inspired football.
Kicking off number 92, Tim Pledger.
Pledger tees it up at the 35. And this is returnable from the 5-yard line to the 25-30 with a lane to the 35, down to the 40-yard line.
Number 10,
excellent return by Zach Offord. He's an outstanding return man for West Florida.
They're kind of making up for the mistake on that last return.
Made up for it here. He gets out to the 40. And that's where West Florida will start 1st and 10. Argos 38 yards rushing, 21 passing. They've had a couple of drops in this first quarter that have really cost them. And then one penalty, a holding penalty that cost them a first down in the red zone. Let's see what they can do here. Pee Wee Jarrett, the quarterback, hands it off to Woods. Woods pushed back at the line of scrimmage along the right side.
Betts in there to make the stop and just drove him right backwards, wrapped him up really well.
Betts having an outstanding senior season, 4th-year man out of Fayetteville, Tennessee. One of the seniors honored prior to today's game. 2-yard gain. They give him the 42, 2nd down 9. Jarrett sends 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left side. looking to throw. Quick throw, tipped at the line of scrimmage, then caught by Giles for a first down at the Choctaw 48. Are my eyes deceiving me? Was that ball not tipped at the line of scrimmage?
I couldn't tell. It looked like it may have come out of his hand funny. Either way, the spiral wasn't quite as tight as we're used to seeing, but Giles finally with his first catch of the game.
His 50th of the season. He has over 1,020 yards on the year.
And 13 touchdowns.
Good candidate for Gulf South Conference Offensive Player of the Year. 1st and 10. Jarrett to throw from the pocket. Under pressure, rolls out. Throwing on the run, steps out of bounds to the 47-yard line. And I think you can credit that to Bryson Baker, who was on his backside.
Yeah, big Bryson Baker came around the right side and forced him out of the pocket. And good coverage, so he had nowhere to go with the ball.
They give him 1 yard. 2nd down, 9. They don't have to run another play here at the end of the first quarter if they don't want to. And it appears, well, it appears they want to. 2 receivers to either side. 5 seconds to play now in the quarter. They'll snap it with 2 and give it to Woods, looking for some running room left side. Knocked out of bounds at the 46. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Mississippi College after 1. We'll take a timeout, and Choctaws football will continue in a moment. Reed Vance, Charlie Williams, Zach Sewell with you on a very warm November afternoon here in Clinton, Mississippi. 7-0 Choctaws as we go to the second quarter. West Florida has the football. 3rd down, 7 at the Choctaw 45-yard line. Jarrett out of the pocket, going to run with it. Skips to the outside, has the first down to the 35. In the first quarter, Choctaws outrushed the Argos 90 to 41 yards. Argos with 31 pass yards to MC's 7. And the Choctaws held the ball for over 7.5 minutes.
And that's something we talked about pregame, was the Choctaws need to hang on to the ball and retain possession. And the way to do that is doing just what they did in the first quarter, just running the ball consistently.
1st and 10 from the 46. This is Jalen Bussey trying to find a little bit of room on the right side. Graduate student from Tampa, Florida. And he's down to the 32.
Officials really, excuse me.
No, go ahead.
Officials really held the whistle that time because he was in the middle of the pile not moving very fast for a long time before they finally blew the whistle.
With C.J. Wilson out for West Florida, you know, this Choctaw defense, this linebacking core, last week they kind of got ran up on a little bit in North Greenville. So far, they played pretty well today. 2nd down 6. And Jarrett fakes right and then slides down to the 27. That's shy of the line of gain for the first down. I don't know if he slipped or just took a knee. It almost looked like he slipped.
I think he slipped. But regardless, yeah, I think that was the challenge from this coaching staff to the defensive front this week was don't let that happen again. We got embarrassed last week. Let's come out and play with some pride.
Bring in Tony Gilbert Jr. at defensive tackle for this play. 3rd down and 1. They need the 26 to keep the drive alive. And Jarrett is going to fake the handoff. Throw over the middle is incomplete.
And guess who knocked it down?
Yeah, Washington has had a great game. Deshaun Washington has knocked his 2nd pass away. And he also had a tackle for a loss that was negated because of a penalty earlier. And now it is 4th down. This is too far out for a kick, so West Florida is going to go for it here. The Argos are the best 4th down team in the Gulf South Conference. 71% of the time they convert. 7-0 Choctaws, early 2nd. Woods is the running back. And they'll give it to him straight ahead. The Choctaws get him from behind, and he didn't get it. Nick Grady came around the end, got him from the ankles, and the Choctaws will have the football.
And just big play after big play early from this Choctaw defense.
Mississippi College will take over on downs. 1st down to 27-yard line.
This is the kind of fire I don't think we've seen from this team in several games.
No.
7-0 MC, 12:51 to play 2nd quarter. Choctaws stop them on 4th down. And let's see if this MC offense can make it a 2-score ball game. The big play on the scoring drive previous, the 55-yard run by Marcus Williams. And that set up a Cam Davis 1-yard touchdown run. Run on the first play of this drive. Out to the outside, it's Williams again. Williams to the 40, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, down to the 42-yard line.
And Williams refused to go down on that carry, stepping through a couple of tackles before finally being wrangled by Walker Robertson.
First down pick up to the 42. Two right, one left here for MC. Davis hands it off to Williams, this time between the tackles to the 44. Tackle made by Ralph Ortiz, redshirt freshman of Leesburg, Florida.
Something to watch right now in this 2nd quarter is how this Argonaut defense is going to respond to kind of getting run through in that 1st quarter. If they're going to collapse these safeties and give the Choctaws a chance to go over the top.
On 2nd and 8, Williams finds a yard or two after a really good surge that time by the Argos defense. See McMullen and Dorn, the linemen, were in the backfield. Williams able to get officially 3 yards, 3rd down 6 for MC. Line to gain here is the opposite 48. R.J. Wilson steps into the game at a running back. 2 receivers to the left side. Davis drops back, looking to throw over the middle. Way too high, incomplete. Looking for Batiste.
Yeah, really good coverage across the board by the Argos. As Davis had 3 or 4 different receivers to choose from, but they were all covered pretty well.
And here comes the punt team out onto the field. Choctaw drive. Stalls at midfield. And Michael Shine, the sophomore out of Mobile, averaging 44 yards a kick.
And a good chance to pin him deep.
Return man standing at the 10. Kick is away. And it is caught at the 9, and look at that coverage. Pushing him all the way back to the 2. Wow. Well, special teams came to play today. This has been a little bit of a maligned unit this year for the Choctaws. They, quite frankly, got some dumb stuff going on early in the season, a lot of penalties, but they have shaped up. And I tell you what, I heard Ryan Broussard's name announced there, and he decked him.
He flew down the field and popped the helmet off. They're officially spotting him at the 7.
7-0 Choctaws, 10:57 to play in the second. And the Argonauts will start deep in their own territory. Running play to the near side. It's Bussey. Bussey pushed out of bounds at the 12 by Trajan Anderson Watts.
Yeah, nice job by Anderson Watts to range over to the sideline and not give him much on that run.
97 total yards of offense through a quarter plus 2 minutes for West Florida. This is a team that averages 423 yards a game. They really haven't gotten it going yet. And they're down a touchdown. 4 wide, 2 to either side. Jarrett looking right, quick throw. Pass is caught by Leggett. Leggett has the first down out to the 24.
I was hoping to see a flag on the play for holding as KJ Franklin wrapped up David Brown. But I guess they're going to call that was just a good block.
They'll give him the 25, 1st and 10 for the Argonauts. Caden Walker, backup linebacker, rushing onto the field as a sub for MC. 1st and 10. Jarrett backs up the pocket. Pocket collapses, he rolls out right side. And he's tackled again by the ankles from behind, and this time it's Brennan Blake, the redshirt freshman from West Blockton, Alabama, with a nice play. Loss on the play back to the 25.
Yeah, and a really persistent play by Blake that time as he came off the right side, made a couple of moves, and finally spun off the blocker to get to the quarterback.
Officially no gain, 2nd down 10 for the Argonauts. Jarrett to throw, has some time, now runs with it to the far side 30. 35 has the first down as he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Again, good coverage downfield for MC. Jarrett had more time to stay in the pocket and throw if he wanted to, but he looked down, saw nobody was open, said I could pick up the first down yards myself. He's out of bounds to 42, 1st and 10 for West Florida. 7-0 Choctaws, 8:42 to play in the second. Quarterback hands it off, sweep to the near side. KJ Franklin cuts upfield at the hash marks and is hit pretty hard at the 47-yard line by, is that Nick Grady or Jacoby Graves?
Jacoby Graves.
Graves 7.
Or is that Grady? I think it's Grady.
That was Grady on the tackle.
So Nick Grady, the outstanding senior from Meridian, Mississippi. 5th-year Choctaw. Coming up at the stop there. 2nd down 5 coming up. Man in motion comes to the near side, and this is a pitch to Bussey, and Bussey's pushed away at the 49 out of bounds, shy of the line to gain for the first down.
First out of bounds for number 6, Kevin Smith.
And a nice job by Caden Walker to kind of hold up as he looked like he was about to have a late hit, but just lets go of Bussey as he steps out of bounds.
3rd down 3 for West Florida. They need the Choctaw 48 to convert here. And they'll throw. And the pass is caught at the 45 by Giles.
And the Choctaw defensive backs on that short third down played deep. Seemed like they were worried about the possibility of West Florida trying to take the top off the defense. But smart route by Giles to just get past the line of the line to gain and pick up the short first down.
They got to the 44, first down pickup for the Argonauts. As we roll up under 7 minutes to play here in this second quarter. This will be a running play to the near side to the 42. And that is Woods on the carry. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Washington. Gain of 2, 2nd down 8.
Pee Wee Jarrett so far in the ball game, 5 of 10 for 49 yards passing. 2 of those incompletions, not his fault. There were drops in the first quarter, and we've got a timeout. Timeout with 6:14 to play in the second quarter. We're going to step aside for a Flow Sports break here. 2-minute timeout. 7-0 MC, and Choctaws football will continue in a moment. Choctaws 7, West Florida nothing. 6:14 to play here in the second quarter. After the timeout called by West Florida, 2nd and 8 for the Argonauts from the Choctaw 42. And it's going to be a handoff. Coming near side is Woods. Skips over a man at the 30. Still at his feet down the near sideline, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown. Good footwork from Jamontez Woods for his 4th touchdown of the season.
Yeah, showed really nice balance as he stepped through a tackle from Kylan Andrus and then was just gone up the sideline.
And now West Florida is a point after away from tying this game up. Jamontez Woods, a senior from Gadsden, Alabama. Over the 300 yards marked on the season now with 4 touchdowns. As Griffin Sarah, 37 of 38 on point afters, boots it through. Timeout with 6:04 to play here in the second quarter. 7-7 ball game. We'll take a timeout, and Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
There was a time when a person's word was enough, a time when a handshake meant something and integrity really mattered. For over 70 years, the values of Farm Bureau Insurance have been rooted in hard work, faith, and family. In that time, we've seen the world change in many ways. What hasn't wavered is Farm Bureau Insurance's commitment to our customers to protect their way of life and serve the communities in which they live when they need us most. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
All tied up here in Clinton. 6:04 remaining in the second. 7-7 ball game. Choctaws will get the football back after the touchdown run by Jamontez Woods. Returnable out to the 28-yard line. Mikal Franklin on the return for MC. The Lady Choctaw soccer team.
We got
what do we got?
chippiness down on the
All
field.
Right. A little chippiness. Chip has already made an appearance here today.
McGrew Fortune from West Florida was all the way onto the Choctaw sideline as there's a frank exchange of words.
Going to say the Lady Choctaw soccer team up 1-0 on Valdosta State in the opening round of the Gulf South Conference Tournament. That game is going on over at Robert Longabaugh Field just over the hill here in Clinton. Mariella White with a goal in the 80th minute. That's the difference right now. We'll keep you posted. First and 10 MC from their own 29. Running play. And a good job that time by the Argos defenders to get to R.J. Wilson in a hurry.
And like I talked about on the last drive, this West Florida defense starting to collapse a little bit, as it's about time to see if we can find something in the pass game from Cam Davis.
John McMullen with another tackle for a loss. Second down, 11. Argos bring a little pressure. Davis to throw from his back foot. It's caught at the 30, and that's all he's going to get. Jacob Dorn, the defensive lineman, goes over to tackle Javier Batiste. I beg your pardon, not Dorn, but Milholm, not at 0, but 8. Milholm with the tackle. It's a 2-yard gain. It's third down and a long 8 here for MC.
Big third down, 8.
Choctaws need the 39 to keep this drive alive. Davis to throw. Going to go deep left side, and it is overthrown and incomplete.
And Swanigan had a step coming out of the slot with a little wheel route.
Number 21, incomplete.
As he had a step on the defender.
But the pass too long on him. And it's fourth down, and the Choctaws will have to punt the football away. 7-7 game, under 5 minutes to play in the second. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk with R.J. Wilson, the Choctaws senior running back out of Independence, Mississippi. And we'll also have some scores from around the Gulf South Conference. Shine gets the punt away. Nice, good hang time on this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31. And it's going to be downed.
Why would he try to do that?
I don't know. He tried to pick it up after the Choctaws had basically touched it at the 17. So it's.
And he got his helmet knocked off for a second time.
About a 48-yard punt there from Michael Shine.
Shine really got that one up, and it just carried.
Also coming up at halftime, we'll have some time to let you watch and listen to a little bit of the MC Marching Band. They have done an outstanding job this season. The band has really grown in number and in their performance over the last couple of years. And we'll have some of that performance coming up for you. All right, first and 10 for West Florida at the 20. Tied at 7, 4.5 minutes to play. Delayed handoff, and the Choctaws are there to stuff the running back after a 1-yard gain.
I think the first contact there was made by Kevin Smith.
Number 9, Woods.
Woods on the carry. Smith gets the tackle.
6, Kevin Smith.
Junior out of Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Second down 1.
Second down 9 here for West Florida.
West Florida working really slow here. I think they're trying to milk the clock as much as they can.
Yeah, they can go deep in a hurry if they need to. They got plenty of time and 2 timeouts still left to play with here at the end of the half. Running play again. And this is going to be a first down pickup to the 35-yard line. Good footwork by Woods. And the Argos move the chains.
Yeah, Woods is just looking shiftier and shiftier as this second quarter has gone along. Like you mentioned, flashing some really nice footwork.
They give him the 34, 1st and 10 for the Argonauts. Clock rolls. We're at 3.5 minutes to play here in the first half. 5 wide, empty backfield here for Pee Wee Jarrett. Jarrett from the pocket. No pressure. Over the middle, pass is caught, then dropped, and dropped probably because of the pressure applied by Nick Grady.
Yeah, great
KJ
work.
Franklin could hold on to it.
Yeah, great work by Grady to get in there, wrap him up, and knock the ball out. Timed that hit perfectly.
So that'll bring up second down 10. As the clock stops with 3:12 to play in the second quarter. Argos with only 49 passing yards in the game, and we have movement along the line. False start coming against West Florida. Jarrett's 5 of 11, 49 yards. That's it. This Choctaw defensive backfield.
Secondary just.
Yeah, they're having a great season.
Yep.
Continues to lead the Gulf South Conference in the number of yards they give up per game, only 172.
3 minutes, 12 seconds, please.
And like we mentioned pregame, tripped up a little bit last week against North Greenville, but really recovering well today.
After the false start penalty, second down 15 here for West Florida. Choctaw showing a little pressure from the outside. They back away. Jarrett's going to throw. And it's caught at the 42, and the receiver backtracks to the 40 like he wanted to curl up and couldn't do it. So he winds up getting to the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 3 from there. So a 3rd down conversion opportunity for the Argos. They're 2 of 5 on 3rd downs in the game. Three receivers out to the left side here for West Florida.
And the Choctaw defense would certainly like to hand it back to their offense that's been capable of making big plays so far today.
Jarrett pump fake, throws right side, pass caught by Leggett, and Leggett is wrestled to the turf at the 48-yard line, or you say ball was out, huh? Did you see that?
I think it was after the whistle, I think, but Grant Watts pulled that one out as Leggett never went down.
All right.
Absolutely. They blew that whistle very early, too.
They gave him forward progress to the 48. They never got him down.
Man, I don't want to pin that on the official because the ball went out of bounds anyway, but that was an early whistle.
And it winds up being a first down for West Florida with 1:48 to play in the first half. 7-7 ball game. Jarrett from the pocket fires to the middle, and that one's incomplete off the hands of Franklin. Now that one had real zip on it, but right on his hands. That's 3 passes that the Argos in this game in the first half have not been able to haul in and complete. And Franklin's slow to get up.
Yeah, and you also can't discount on that play. Grant Watts did a great job across the middle of reading Jarrett's eyes and sliding over to Franklin to help knock that one loose.
Franklin, a graduate student out of Prairieville, Louisiana. And he is still down on the turf. And they will hop him up. He's sitting up now. He's not standing up. Stretching out that left leg.
He went down holding the knee.
That's what it is. The left knee right now is what they're tending to. And he caught all of number 37, Grant Watts, right to that knee. So that's definitely going to sting.
He's going to have help not putting any pressure on that left leg going out over to the sideline. So we'll hope that Franklin, he's a graduate student, 19 catches on the season. Hope he's going to be all right. Second down 10 coming up for the Argonauts with 1:32 remaining in the first half. From the 48-yard line. Leggett comes in motion. Handoff goes to Bussey along the right side out to the 42.
Number 21, Bussey.
Nice first, rather second down gainer. Third and we'll say 4 coming up here for the Argonauts. As we roll upon 1 minute to play, the Argonauts have 2 timeouts to play with here at the end of the half. Third down 4.
Big Tony Gilbert back into the game as they may expect a run.
Choctaws come with some pressure. Jarrett flushed out right side, throws from his back foot way out of bounds. And the pressure comes. And again, it's Washington in the backfield for the Choctaws, helping to flush the quarterback away. 4th and 4 for West Florida. Too close to punt, too far for a field goal try, so they'll go for it here. They went for it already once on 4th down of this game, but they didn't get the first down pickup. They need 4 yards here. They need the Choctaw 38.
Under 10 seconds on the play clock. Now it's 6. And a false start.
Movement.
Caden Leggett got started early.
He was 3 yards downfield. Now this may actually force the, or really allow West Florida to punt here. If you think about it, it's probably not a bad penalty. It's almost like taking a delay of game, giving yourself some more room to kick. That's what I would do. We'll see what Coach Caleb Nobles does. He's done a great job in his first year here at West Florida, and they are going to kick.
Yeah, and an alumnus of their football program as well. He was, I believe, their first quarterback.
Yes.
When they started the program up just a few years ago.
For the Choctaws will be number 11, P. Williams.
Well, no, actually, I think he played at Valdosta.
He transferred from Valdosta to West Florida.
All right.
I believe to play there for their first year.
Spent the last couple of years on the staff at Clemson, and another flag comes in. And this one may be against the Choctaws. If it is, West Florida may line up to go for it again. Let's see.
Yep, as the punt team's running off, and the defense is running back on.
Offsides against MC. The Choctaws give them those yards back.
5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And so the Argos say, okay, we'll go for it. .56 seconds to play in the second quarter. 7-7 ball game.
It's been a really fast first half as well, as they've kept the ball on the ground, both offenses.
Game
really
is
just
a little over an hour old in real time. 4th and 4. Line to gain is the 38. Jarrett to throw from the pocket. Lets it loose down the left sideline into double coverage. Bobbled and caught by Giles. What a catch. The Choctaw coaching staff saying he didn't have control before he left the end zone. And I think this is one John Blaine is going to throw the red challenge flag on.
And Trajan Anderson-Watts over there that was in coverage. Clearly frustrated by the call.
John Bland standing right next to the official.
As everyone in gold is over there signaling that he bobbled that one.
Why didn't he challenge it? That's what I want to know.
It was close. I might say that he had it.
You got to challenge this, but he doesn't. I don't understand that at all.
No.
Unless they saw something that we didn't, but it clearly looked like there was enough of a bobble there. It was worth a challenge, but Bland holds on to it, and Giles has the touchdown.
And, you know, I think he caught it.
I think he caught it too, but I think it's worth a look in this game. What do you got to lose? You got 3 wins. It's a 7-7 ball game against a team that may be going to the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. You throw the challenge flag right there.
I guess he wanted to make sure that he kept it for use later in the game.
I guess, Zach, did you see something down there? What
do you
did
think?
It look like?
No, I think y'all are exactly right. And the Choctaws definitely have an argument, but to y'all's point, that's what I was thinking. John Bland came up and talked to the referee, and they conferred that it was a catch, and that was their decision ruling on the field. So I think John Bland's going to hold off on that challenge till later in the game, just because how this offense is producing so far and how the defense is playing. May want to just save it for the second half.
42 yards, Pee Wee Jarrett to John Giles. It is Giles' 14th touchdown catch of the season. And the Argonauts lead at 14-7 with 48 seconds to play.
And some palpable frustration right now from this Choctaw crowd.
You got the false start penalty that went from 4th and 4 to 4th and 9. And then you give it right back with the offside. And on the very next play, touchdown Argos. This is a squib kick. And from the 11-yard line, it's Williams on the return out to the 27. Choctaws now have 2 timeouts remaining. 43 seconds to play. And they're trailing for the first time of the game, 14-7.
Also worth noting, they're going to get the ball to start this second half. So interesting to see what they decide to do as we near halftime.
By the way, the Lady Choctaws soccer team has defeated Valdosta 1-0. And they'll move on to the second round. Congratulations to Coach Darrell Longabaugh and the Lady Choctaws. 1st and 10 running play between the tackles to the 33. 7-yard gain.
Carryman number 12, R.J. Wilson.
And the Choctaws going to be content to run another play, and then unless they get something big, they're going to go to the locker room down 7. And this is R.J. Wilson on the last play of the half, fittingly, because he's going to be our halftime guest today. Charlie had a chance to talk with R.J. earlier this week.
Really fun conversation. I've gotten to talk to most of this running back room for the Choctaws this season, and just a fun group of guys. Definitely a very motivated position group as well.
So we reach the half here at Robinson-Hale Stadium in Clinton. West Florida 14, Mississippi College 7 at the break. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with the first half statistics and the rest of our halftime show. Stay with us. Choctaws football will continue in a moment. Back to Robinson Hale Stadium, 14-7 West Florida. At the half, Argonauts 22 carries, 156 yards rushing, 8 of 15 passing for 114 yards. Woods, their leading ball carrier, 85 yards and a touchdown. Giles, 4 catches, 69 yards and a score. For Mississippi College, 20 carries, 117 yards on the ground, 3 of 5 passing in the ball game for just 10 yards. Marcus Williams already with 88 yards, averaging 10 a carry. Orion Thompson is the only catch, 1 for 6 yards. West Florida held the ball for 18 of the 30 minutes of the first half. West Florida leads it by 7. Let's take just a moment here. Let you hear some of the sounds of the Mississippi College marching band. Mississippi College marching band under the direction of Duval Salvant. They've done a great job all season long here at Choctaw football games at Robinson Hale Stadium, entertaining the crowd here on this very warm senior day in Clinton. Halftime score, West Florida 14, Mississippi College 7. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, our Charlie Williams will have a conversation with Choctaw's running back, R.J. Wilson. Stay with us. Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
I'm Charlie Williams, and I'm here with junior running back R.J. Wilson. R.J., how you doing this morning?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing well. All right, R.J., so this season you've really kind of started to earn a lot of the carries in this offense. What do you think you did in the offseason and maybe in some of your work early this year to really earn that bulk?
And so, you know, coming off of ACL tear, it wasn't easy. You know, I had to rehab, go to therapy, grind, work out, get stronger, back faster, get great conditioning back in. You know, I kind of did that during the spring, during the off season, and now that I'm back, I just feel like I'm better.
Feel ready?
Yeah.
So then this year you've kind of established a 1-2 punch in that backfield with you and Marcus Williams. You know, talk me through what the two of you bring in different areas to this offense, and how do you think that really benefits the team as a whole?
Yeah, you know, being in the running back room, not just Marcus, you know, we got Ron Cray, Patrick Gardner, Nick Millsales. Being in the running back room with Coach Black, you know, it's all about competition. You got Marcus, he break loose for 10 yards. I break loose for 10 yards. And then you have Ron coming in, breaking loose for 10 yards. You know, we just in competition with each other. It's all fun and games. We all brothers. You know, we just all do our best.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, within that running back room, there's a lot of talent. A lot of these guys, the bigger guys like Patrick and Ron, really great blockers too. What's it like running behind guys like that?
Yeah, running behind Patrick and Ron, man, you couldn't ask for no better fullbacks than that. Then you also have the guards, you know, the O-line. Shout out to Coach McKenzie and Coach Murphy. He doing a great job with O-line. You know, us running behind the O-line, plus Ron, Creighton, and Patrick, man, you know, it's be holes and gaps everywhere.
Yeah, and for all you guys this season, there's been some transition, you know, starting out with the triple option like y'all are used to, and then having a transition to the spread. What does it look like for you in that triple option offense as a running back, and then how's that changed now that you've had to move to the spread?
Being in the triple option, man, I never ran the triple option, so coming here, you know, I had to kind of adapt to it.
Sure.
But running the triple option is more on perimeter and speed. You know, in the triple option, I ran more jet sweeps on the outside. And running spread now is you got to read blocks, read cuts, read gaps, and run physical. It's all about contact in the spread.
All right, and you know, in that spread, you mentioned you run it up the middle a lot more. Do you think that takes more of a toll on your body? Do you feel like one's easier or harder on you from week to week?
Yeah, running up the middle it definitely takes. Because you run into linebackers, you run to D linemen, you know, everyone getting hands on you, and you just got to keep moving your feet and running while you're also taking big blows.
Yeah, so last week, kind of a tough loss against North Greenville. You had a pretty good game yourself, but what do you think the team needs to do to bounce back this week and going forward this season?
You know, it's never easy taking a loss, but, you know, we just got to forget about the past. You know, football gets a game of inches. You got to go week by week. So this week, you know, just forget about the North Greenville game, come back more focused, more prepared, you know, make less mistakes than they do, you know. We'll win the game.
Yeah, and then like you mentioned, that running back room, what do you think you guys specifically need to do to maybe help your offense do a little bit more this week?
You know, going through the season, the running back room, you know, we've been playing pretty good.
Absolutely.
So we just got to get the quarterback, you know, on time, and we got to have the receivers on time, and tell the offensive line to just calm down, you know, block for him, get him a better pocket, and we got to complete pass because, you know, it's not easy to win a game just running the ball. We got to pass the ball also. So just get the receivers and the quarterback confidence higher so we can complete more passes.
Absolutely. All right, and then one last question that I kind of ask all the guys. If R.J. Wilson gets on the aux, rather, you know, in practice or in the weight room or whatever, what's the first song you're going to play?
First song I'll play, any song by NBA Youngboy. You know, it kind of get me going.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's junior running back R.J. Wilson. We're looking forward to some second-half action this week against West Florida.
The right bank. It just fits. With online and mobile tools that give you the freedom to do more. The power to make your dream home yours. And help your business stay on top. Technology that makes one bank fit you to a T. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests and our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best. every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
There was a time when a person's word was enough, a time when a handshake meant something, and integrity really mattered. For over 70 years, the values of Farm Bureau Insurance have been rooted in hard work, faith, and family. In that time, we've seen the world change in many ways. What hasn't wavered is Farm Bureau Insurance's commitment to our customers to protect their way of life and serve the communities in which they live when they need us most. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
The if in life, it's a world of possibilities. If you go for a night out with friends, if you can keep an eye on your money along the way, if you know you have overdraft protection with no fee transfers from savings, when you get a low balance alert, it's easier to say yes to fun. If that sounds good, try Regions Life Banking.
Stay ready for the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
West Florida leading Mississippi College at the half, 14-7. Congratulations to both our men's and women's cross-country teams. For only the second time, really the second time in the history of the program, both men's and women's teams have qualified for the Division II Nationals, both finishing third place in team competition at the regionals this past couple of days in Montevallo, Alabama. So congratulations to the Lady Choctaws. And Choctaws, they are going to be headed to Joplin, Missouri for the Division II National Cross Country Championships on November 18th. Also, congratulations to our Lady Choctaw soccer team. They beat Valdosta State today 1-0 here in Clinton. Mariella White with the decisive goal at the 80-minute mark. They'll move on to the second round of the tournament. The men are playing Delta State in the first round of the conference tournament. Men's soccer, that also here in Clinton, and it's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Hope you can come out and support the Choctaws against Delta State. Volleyball team beat Christian Brothers 3-0 on Friday night, and they'll be back in action here in a couple of days on campus as well. Good chance for the volleyball team to host a tournament game coming up here in a couple of weeks. Other scores today in football around the Gulf South Conference. North Greenville defeated Shorter 27-21. North Greenville 4-4, 5-5 overall. Shorter dropping to 1-6, 3-7 overall. Currently in the fourth quarter, Valdosta State leading West Alabama 20-14. That game is in Livingston, just starting the fourth quarter. Delta State and West Georgia will play tonight in Carrollton. And so you are up to date. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half for you. At the break, it's Mississippi College trailing West Florida. Argos 14, Choctaws 7. We'll take a 2-minute timeout here, and Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
There was a time when a person's word was enough, a time when a handshake meant something, and integrity really mattered. For over 70 years, the values of Farm Bureau Insurance have been rooted in hard work, faith, and family. In that time, we've seen the world change in many ways. What hasn't wavered is Farm Bureau Insurance's commitment to our customers to protect their way of life and serve the communities in which they live when they need us most. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
The if in life, it's a world of possibilities. If you go for a night out with friends, if you can keep an eye on your money along the way, if you know you have overdraft protection with no fee transfers from savings, when you get a low balance alert, it's easier to say yes to fun. If that sounds good, try Regions Life Banking.
Stay ready for the if in life. Regions Bank, embrace the if in life.
CED Tupelo, your local electrical distributor. At CED Tupelo, practicing our company motto of service, integrity, and reliability, CED has everything you need to power your home or business. We also provide materials for rural broadband connectivity providing a fast and reliable connection. Our experienced and very knowledgeable staff are always ready to help you find the right products for your project. With our vast selection of inventory and same-day delivery, you can trust us to keep your project running smoothly. CED Tupelo, your one-stop shop for all your electrical needs.
CED's policy of service, integrity, and reliability is the driving force in every community they serve. Visit cedmagnolia.com for more information. All right, welcome back to Robinson-Hale Stadium. At the half, it's 14-7 West Florida. Not a bad half of football for the Choctaws, Charlie. They gave up 2 long plays, including that nice touchdown to Giles. They gave them the lead late in the first half. If they can avoid those big plays, they still got a chance to win this football game. Got a lot of football left to play. But you got to like the spark with the way the Choctaws are playing this game.
Absolutely. You know, we talked about it throughout the first half, whether it's just that it's senior day or that the defense felt challenged last week. Either way, they came out and they have played motivated. They've been hitting hard. They've been covering well. And then on the offensive side, they've been running the ball viciously. I mean, Williams and Wilson both come up with some strong runs throughout that first half. And now going into the second, you've just got to find, I think, on offense, some balance. You've got to find a way to get the pass game involved because this defense is starting to collapse. If you can take the top off this defense and keep them honest, you're right back in it.
You know, it's senior day for the Choctaws. They're not going to go to the postseason again this season. They'll wrap up the season next week at Delta State. You always talk about playing for pride late in the season. This is the great example.
That's
you
exactly
got to play for
is.
pride today. There are a lot of folks out here. We've got our backs to the crowd right now. There are a lot of folks out here sitting in these aluminum bleachers, and the sun is just pelting down on them. It's quite frankly a pretty miserable day here in early November. You really want to give them something.
Absolutely. You got to give these fans something to go home with. I don't think anybody expects it to be 80 degrees on a November day, but this 2 a.m. kickoff has been hot, but the fans have stuck around to watch this team, and the team has been doing their best to give them something to watch.
All right, so we're just about set for the second half. Choctaws trailing the University of West Florida 14-7. Choctaws won the toss at the start of the ball game, so they'll get the football to start the second half. The scoring plays in the first half: Cam Davis, 1-yard touchdown run that followed a 55-yard Marcus Williams scamper. And it was 6-0 Choctaws, or 7-0 Choctaws, I should say, after 1. West Florida scored with 6:04 to play. Jamontez Woods, 42 yards down the left sideline. 9 plays, 93 yards on that drive for West Florida. And then a 9-play, 80-yard drive, capped off by a 42-yard touchdown catch from John Giles. To John Giles from Pee Wee Jarrett. A ball that he bobbled in the end zone. I really thought that was worthy of a challenge. John Bland thought otherwise.
Yeah, and
those are the scoring plays.
Downstairs during the half, I talked to people from the West Florida radio crew, and then just everybody kind of in the press box came to the consensus. It looked like he probably did catch that ball, but nonetheless, one worth taking a look at.
So here we go at the start of the second half. Reed Vance, Charlie Williams, Zach Sewell with you from Clinton. And it's Logan Gregory from the 35-yard line on the return. The Choctaws from the 12 to the far side numbers. Cutting to the outside, that's Mikhail Franklin. And he's out of bounds around the 35. So the Choctaws will have a pretty good field position to start this drive, down 7.
And Franklin, one of those key guys, really speedy little wide receiver. If the Choctaws are going to get something going in the pass game, I wouldn't be surprised to see some attempts going towards Franklin.
We'll start out with 2 receivers to the right here and 1 to the left side. Marcus Williams, the running back. Cam Davis, the quarterback, from the pistol formation. 1st and 10. Fake to Williams. Pass right side. Thompson covered by 2 defenders, and he'll lose a yard. Ralph Ortiz and Virgil Lemons combining on the tackle.
Number 14, Ralph Ortiz.
No gain officially, 2nd and 10.
Second down 10.
Unless you have a really good fastball, and Davis at times can put a little zip on it, it's really tough to complete those kind of plays for positive yardage, because that time Thompson had nobody to block for him.
No, and the throw was just off enough that Thompson had to come off his line to adjust and make the catch, which slowed him down even more.
2nd and 10, they'll throw it again, and that pass batted out of the air by Ortiz.
Flag on the play on the far sideline.
Davis pass incomplete, broken up at number 14, Ortiz.
I wonder if Ortiz was offside. I don't know. Argo's thinking it's against the Choctaws. Ball start against MC. It's declined. It's 3rd and 10. Technically an illegal formation. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 for MC.
And another passing down. See if they can find something.
Davis is 5 for 9 for 10 yards. 2nd and 3rd down and 10, I should say. Line to gain the 44, running play. Williams straight ahead, has the first down, cuts to the outside 50, 45, 40 down the near sideline, and out of bounds to the 41-yard line. First down, Choctaws.
Williams continues to come up big and starts off the 3rd quarter with a big carry.
That's exactly why the passing game needs to open up for the Choctaws, because it opens up huge running lanes just like that one.
That's his 2nd long run of the ball game. He had a 55-yarder earlier in the contest. That puts him over 100 yards here. 1st and 10 Choctaws at the West Florida 36. And it's Williams trying to bounce off a tackle out to the 29-yard line behind Levi Lott at left guard. Nice pickup of 6 yards.
And this is now his 5th game in a row that Williams has gone for 100 yards or more.
You know, every year the Choctaws, along with all the other colleges in the state of Mississippi, nominate one player for the award that they give for the best college football player in the state of Mississippi. And I think Williams may be that guy this year. 2nd and 4, Marcus straight ahead to the 27. It'll be
just
3rd down
barely
and
short.
1. They call it the Connerly Trophy after the outstanding Ole Miss player from years ago. And I would think it's either going to be Williams or Nick Grady going to represent MC at that particular banquet. 3rd down 1. Although I will say, and we'll get into it now unless we have a break in the action, I think it's time for another award for college football players in the state of Mississippi.
Or just to take just to look at the voting and take a frank look at it and say, why are we just picking between Ole Miss and State?
This is R.J. Wilson, and he didn't get it. Pushed back for a yard. Yeah, to your point, Charlie, that award, with very, very rare exception, has always gone to a Bulldog or to a Rebel, and that's fine.
But let's be frank.
But here's the deal. The people who vote on that, they don't show up to our games.
No.
They don't show up to the games of half the schools, and they don't watch. They don't do their homework. If they make it 30 seconds on a TV show on a Saturday night, and that's it. This will be a 45-yard field goal attempt for Ben Pledger. Right hash mark, slight breeze at his back. Snap hold, good hold there, and the kick is no good, off to the left.
I think somebody got a hand on that one as the trajectory looked to change just a little bit coming past the line.
So it's still 14-7 West Florida with 11:22 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Just to wrap up that note about that particular award, it's great. Let's give it to the best State, Southern, or Ole Miss player every year. We need another award in the state of Mississippi for the rest of the schools at the division, really the
At
Division
FCS,
I double,
Division
FCS
II.
and lower. That's right.
Yes. Because I think Shador Sanders
if he
could make an argument for that. If he didn't win it last year.
Nobody ever will from Jackson State or anybody. Their pass is tipped. There's Washington again. What a game. Washington, Deshaun Washington, that's the third tip he's had in this ball game. And it's 2nd and 10. Yeah, if Shador Sanders could not win that award last year at Jackson State,
I don't know.
Just forget about even looking at anybody that doesn't play for Ole Miss State or Southern.
If Jackson State's quarterback that was a part of a team that brought College Game Day to Jackson, Mississippi, and threw for the kind of numbers and ran for the kind of numbers that he did, and he doesn't even win that trophy,
2nd and 10 for the Argonauts, and a running play to the near side, short side of the field, out to the 31-yard line. Well, speaking of postseason awards, I got a feeling West Florida is going to have a couple of guys in the running for both Gulf South Conference Offensive Player of the Year in John Giles and Defensive Player of the Year in John McMullen.
Yeah, and Ralph Ortiz could put his name in the hat for Freshman of the Year as well. He's gotten a few Freshman of the Week awards throughout this season. And he's been a big impact player at linebacker.
3rd down, 6 here for the Argonauts. They need the 37-yard line to convert early in the 3rd quarter. Jarrett from the pocket has time, fires over the middle, pass caught. And down across midfield to the 48-yard line goes Zach Offord. First catch for Offord today, and it comes at a big time. They convert, move the chains, and a first down for West Florida.
And that's the really the first time all day we've seen a receiver kind of running free in the Choctaw secondary, even on the big touchdown by Giles. The coverage was good, but Alford had some space there.
So down to the 46 of the Choctaws, 1st and 10 for the Argonauts. And this is going to be Marcus Stokes in at quarterback on a running play off to the left end to the 41-yard line. Stokes, a freshman out of St. Augustine, Florida, comes in to run one play. I don't know if Jarrett had an equipment problem, just needed a breather or what, but Jarrett comes back onto the field.
Another example of a really talented player coming into this Argo program, a former University of Florida commit.
A lot of transfers on this team. Mentioned Giles, he's a transfer from Virginia Union. Jarrett himself played JUCO ball at Iowa Central and was a first-team All-American there. 2nd down, 5. Choctaws expect to run. Jarrett looking to throw, going to the end zone, got a man wide open. Touchdown.
John Giles won it once again.
His 2nd of the day, got about 4 yards on the Choctaw defender, and it is 20-7 West Florida with 9:09 to play in the 3rd. That particular pass play looked really easy. Jarrett had a lot of time to throw, and Giles got wide open.
Just ran right past the Choctaw secondary.
Griffin Serra for the point after try. And the kick is good. Timeout on the field with 9:09 to play in the 3rd quarter. West Florida 21, Mississippi College 7. We'll take a break. Choctaws football will continue in a moment. Work to do now for the Choctaws, down 2 scores with 9:09 to play in the third quarter. 21-7 West Florida. As it often happens on senior day, you come out, you're excited, you play well. Had a good first drive on defense, pretty good first drive on offense. Had a tie ball game until late in the second quarter. Now West Florida scores early in the third. This is a huge drive for MC.
Absolutely. We saw the offense come out and move the ball a little bit and just miss the field goal on this last drive. You need points to feel like you're still in this one.
Mikhail Franklin on the return to the 27.
Flag back near the 15.
Brought down by number 9, Waylon Anderson, flag on the play.
And our referee will give us the indication. The illegal block in the back against MC. Spot of the foul was the 18, so this will put the Choctaws inside the 10 to start this drive. By the way, the Choctaws are looking for their first ever win against West Florida. They're 0-7 against the Argos since rejoining the Gulf South Conference. And they lost to them twice last year. Remember, they played them twice last year because everybody was having trouble finding that 10th or 11th game. Running play for MC. This is Williams strung out along the right side. And he goes out of bounds, or maybe the ball did at the 9.
Yeah, good job by Williams after taking a huge hit to get back on top of that ball and prevent a turnover.
No gain on the play, second down 10. Two receivers left, one to the right side. And this is Williams to the 11, and that's it.
And he's looking gassed right now on these last couple runs.
Well, I will say this. The weatherman says it's 78 degrees, and that may be the temperature. There's not a cloud in the sky, and you're playing on this turf with all those rubber pellets. Nothing to shade you from anything. It's tough out there today.
It feels like August. It doesn't feel like November.
Third down 9 for MC. Davis gets a new play from the sideline. Play clock down to 4. 2. And there's the snap. Davis chucks it down the right side and incomplete.
That's got to be a flag.
It is not a flag intended for V. Williams right in front of the Choctaw bench.
V. Williams' jersey is off of his left shoulder right now. The DB was walking him like a dog down the sideline with no flag.
Only thing I can think of is that pass wasn't catchable. Otherwise, there was clear contact.
But it may have been if he wasn't being held.
He was a couple steps behind it, but I mean, I think it stands to reason that if you're being grabbed like that, you're probably not going to be able to run as fast as normal.
So on fourth down, the Choctaws will punt it away. Virgil Lemons.
Blocked.
It is blocked. And in the end zone, the Argos have it for the touchdown.
What a two-play sequence.
That is.
For the Argos.
I think I saw number 29. I don't have a 29 on the roster. But it is a touchdown for West Florida.
And the pass interference no call results in a touchdown. What a shift in just two plays.
So now the Argos are a kick away from going up 3 touchdowns midway through the third quarter. And Sarah with the point after try. It is good. We'll take a timeout. 7:29 to play in the third quarter. West Florida 28, Mississippi College 7. And Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
The if in life, it's a world of possibilities. If you go for a night out with friends, if you can keep an eye on your money along the way, if you know you have overdraft protection with no fee transfers from savings, when you get a low balance alert, it's easier to say yes to fun. If that sounds good, try Regions Life Banking.
Stay ready for the if in life. Regions Bank embrace the if in life.
The right bank. It just fits. With online and mobile tools that give you the freedom to do more. The power to make your dream home yours. And help your business stay on top. Technology that makes one bank fit you to a T. Trustmark. People you trust. Advice that works.
28-7 West Florida, 7:27 to play in the third. We found 29. It's Myshawn Coward, a junior from Niceville, Florida. Or is it Niceville, Florida?
I believe it's Niceville.
Is it Niceville? I've always wondered that. Well, that's where he's from. Nice town. And Coward with a very nice play. Picking up the football after it was blocked in the end zone. And that's a touchdown for West Florida. And air's out of the balloon a little bit here at the stadium. Kickoff into the end zone. No return.
Kickoff goes into the end zone for touchback.
Well, you got to give credit for West Florida. They have come out and they looked a lot sharper offensively here in the second half than they looked for most of that first half.
Yeah, absolutely. On that long touchdown to John Giles looked just very comfortable for that offense as Jarrett had a clean pocket and Giles had all kinds of space up the seam. And then, like I mentioned just before the timeout, just a huge flip on those last couple plays, the no-call pass interference, and then the blocked punt to push the lead out.
3 touchdown advantage here for the Argonauts. 1st and 10 for the Choctaws from their own 25-yard line. R.J. Wilson between the tackles.
And the ball's out.
Ball's out, and West Florida has it. Number 51.
Unbelievable. Colin Shaw.
And the wheels.
Defensive end comes up with the fumble recovery.
I think the wheels have officially come off here in Clinton.
That's unfortunate. Do you ever watch Hee Haw as a kid? You don't even know what Hee Haw is, do you?
I have heard those two words together, but I am not quite familiar with what it is.
Used to be this song they sang on Hee Haw every week. So if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Doom, despair, and agony on me.
You know, I think Choctaw football fans can relate to that today.
That's kind of the way it's going right now for MC. All right, 1st and 10 after the turnover for the Argonauts at the Choctaw 27 as West Florida goes for the knockout punch here midway through the third. And the pass too low from Jarrett, and that's intended for Caden Leggett. We'll note that KJ Franklin, their other wide receiver, one of the other wide receivers, went out with an injury in the first half. We have not yet seen him return. And I don't see him in the ball game now. But they've got other weapons. 2nd and 10 for West Florida. Jarrett takes the snap. Pocket collapses, sacked. Back of the 35-yard line. That's some of that pressure we saw early in the ball game coming back, and I think that's Bryson Baker again.
Number 44, Brennan Blake.
Blake is the man announced on the sack, but Baker was there too. Loss of 8 yards, 3rd down and 18.
3rd down, 18.
If you can get a stop here and some points before the end of the quarter, it still feels like this one may be within reach going into the fourth.
Line again for the Argonauts, the 17. Jarrett to throw. Has time, pump fake, now he'll run with it. And
he's ahead of the line when he threw.
Way ahead of the line. Leggett makes the catch, he's down to the 9, but this
Where's
is coming
the flag?
back. I see it, it's on the far sideline.
Okay.
He was way ahead of the line of scrimmage. Also, one of their linemen lost a helmet. So we got a couple of things going on here, but yeah, he was 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage when he threw the football.
Yeah, that flag's sitting in a shadow. I was like, there's no way we missed this one.
From our perspective, looked like he was clearly across the line. Zach, what did you see?
No, I saw exactly that. I'm kind of further down the field here, looking downfield for like possible deep balls from Pee Wee on this 3rd down and long. So I can't really see the line of scrimmage from here, but good call by y'all, Charlie, because he definitely was ahead of it.
And that's what the referee indicates. Illegal forward pass.
Somebody in the Choctaw crowd saying, glad he finally got one.
This new crowd mic's looking good, sounding good, isn't it?
It's picking up
everything.
Very clearly.
This is going to be about a 5-yard penalty and loss of down. And a loss of down goes with this too, I think. 3rd down and
22 is what they've got marked.
All right, 3rd and 22 from the 38.
No, now they've
it's loss of down. It's 4th down. That's what I was thinking.
4th and 22, and they're going to go.
They're going to go for it. Too close to punt, too far out to kick. On 4th and 22, Jarrett from the pocket fires over the middle. Pass is caught at the 15-yard line and down to the 12. Goes Offord, and they needed 22. They got about 27.
First down, Argonauts, 13-yard line.
5:51 to play in the 3rd, 28-7 West Florida. And now the Argonauts converting on a 4th down for the 2nd time of the ball game are in the red zone. Remember, the Argonauts are playing for a possible Division II playoff spot. They're not going to win the conference, but a win here today and then a win next week against Chowan, which is quite likely, puts them at 8-3 on the season. Jarrett going to run with it right side. And he's pushed back at the 11-yard line.
Hit there by Brennan Blake, once again wrapping him up.
Brought down by number 44, Brennan Blake.
It's a 3-yard gain, so 2nd down 7 coming up. Line of scrimmage will be the 11.
Gain of 3, 2nd down 7.
Two receivers to either side of the formation here, with Jamontez Woods in the backfield. To the left of Jarrett. On 2nd and 7 from the 11-yard line. Pee Wee takes the snap, fires, left side, caught, touchdown.
Great catch by Caden Leggett. As he was blanketed by David Brown, but he's able to drag him in for a touchdown.
Caught it right at the goal line and then leaned over for the score. That's the 6th touchdown of the season for Leggett. That makes it 34-7. The Argonauts have scored 3 touchdowns in the first 10.5 minutes of the 3rd quarter. 2 on offense, 1 on special teams. Sarah's point after is good. We'll take a timeout. 4:34 to play in the 3rd. West Florida now in command, 35-7. Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
You practice that one thing over and over. After a few thousand reps, you master it. That's why the subspecialists at Mississippi Sports Medicine focus on one specific area of the body. So when they see you, they've seen your condition thousands of times. For a winning outcome, turn to Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center. Your life, our focus.
Kicking off, number 12, Logan Gregory. Deep for the Choctaws, number 5, Marcus Williams. Number 16, Mikhail Franklin.
35-7 West Florida, 4.5 to play in the third. This kickoff is going to go into the end zone. Franklin wisely let it go past him.
Kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. Choctaws have it first and 10.
North Greenville beat Shorter today 27-17. Valdosta leading West Alabama with 2.5 minutes to play, 20-14. That'll bolster the Blazers' case, move them to 9-1 and 6-1 in the conference.
Yeah, really,
for the moment, they'll be a full game ahead. Get ahead of Delta State. Delta playing West Georgia tonight.
Really good bounce back year for the Blazers.
Yeah, they had a tough time stopping anybody last year.
Yep.
Illegal substitution before the first play for Mississippi College on this drive. In the region rankings, it is Delta State 2, Valdosta 3, West Florida 4, West Georgia 8. The Wolves sit at 6-2, 5-1. If they can get a win tonight and next week, they'll be in the playoffs, you'd think. Toss right side, incomplete. And there's the penalty marker. There's the penalty marker that a lot of folks think should have been called last time. Although I got to be honest, I don't know that this was catchable either.
I don't think it was, but you're also not supposed to tackle somebody when the ball's still in the air.
That's true.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's hard to miss when the wide receiver gets tackled.
So a first down pickup for MC on the penalty marker will get him to the 35. There's a chance that the Gulf South Conference could have 4 teams in the playoffs. You got to think that both Valdosta and Delta are going to go. And again, West Florida with a win here today, should they hang on and win. They play Chowan next week. That'll get them to 8 wins, 6 in the conference. West Georgia is really the outlier at this point. Their road's tough. They'll play Delta tonight, at Valdosta next week. First and 10 for the Choctaws. Running play for Marcus Williams, tackled in the backfield. Good job there. Open backfield tackle by Quincy Milholm.
And maybe a chance for West Georgia to play spoiler a little bit. If they're able to knock off both those teams and then maybe one of them catches another loss.
Yeah, that would have to happen. I think even
who does Valdosta have to?
They've
end their
got
season?
they're at West Alabama today. They're going to win that game, but it looks like they're leading late. And of course, they got West Georgia next week. So.
Yeah.
Second and 11 after a loss of a yard on the play. Davis takes the snap, hands it off. Williams trying to bounce to the outside, and they get him for a loss. Pushed out of bounds to the 34.
And now,
yeah, Williams got up. He thought he was held on the ground a little bit too long, and everybody with a few choice words to say to each other. Well, Marcus is fired up.
Mikhail Franklin on the other side was also pretty unhappy. He got pushed to the ground after the play was over himself.
Williams has 128 yards rushing in the ballgame. 2 of them on very long plays. One was a 55-yarder, and the other was 30-plus yards. Choctaws have 159 yards rushing, just 10 passing. 10 passing yards. 10. Third down, 10. From the 35, Davis caught, but at the 42, that's a 7-yard gain. They needed 10, so it'll be 4th down.
Davis pass complete. Number 4, Javier Batiste.
Batiste on the catch.
Ball down to number 14, Philip Ralph Ortiz. Fourth down.
4th and 3. You're down 35-7 with 3 minutes to play in the third. And here comes the punting unit.
On the punt, number 93, Michael Shine. Deep for the Argonauts, number 27, Roger Leonard.
I would have liked to see him go for it.
I would have too. I think everybody here would have. 4th and 3, Shine to punt. End over end, good kick. Off to the left, hits the 22. Takes a bounce.
Down to number 13.
And that's where West Florida will take over at the 23. Timeout on the field with 2:30 to play in the third. West Florida up 35-7. We'll take a break. Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
CED Tupelo, your local electrical distributor. At CED Tupelo, practicing our company motto of service, integrity, and reliability, CED has everything you need to power your home or business. We also provide materials for rural broadband connectivity, providing a fast and reliable connection. Our experienced and very knowledgeable staff are always ready to help you find the right products for your project. With our vast selection of inventory and same-day delivery, you can trust us to keep your project running smoothly. CED Tupelo, your one-stop shop for all your electrical needs.
CED's policy of service, integrity, and reliability is the driving force in every community they serve. Visit cedmagnolia.com for more. Argos get a first down run from Jalen Bussey on the first play of this drive, and now on 1st and 10 from their own 36. They'll pick up about 8 yards more to the 44. And that is Bussey again. Minute 45 to play third quarter, 35-7 West Florida.
Correction, 37, Grant Watts. Gain of 8, second down 2.
Choctaws really need to come up with a turnover on this drive. They need something to get back in the ball game. The vitality that was so evident in the first half, especially in the first quarter, that touchdown catch by Giles late in the second quarter, that really was the backbreaker, I think, at this point of the ball game. Gave West Florida their first lead as Bussey is wrestled down for no gain.
And you can just about hear a pin drop in this place right now.
Brinkley, Keyshawn Brinkley on the stop there. It's 3rd and 2.
Third down 2.
We're in the closing minute of the third quarter. 3rd and 2 for West Florida. Line to gain is the 46. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Jarrett fakes the throw, runs up the middle, and he's going to be, he's got enough for the first down. A really nice effort there by Jason McKeithen. I think that was 53.
Jason McKeithen.
Yeah, McKeithen made the tackle. He had him behind the line of gain for a moment.
First down Argonauts.
But the ball carrier able to get out and get the first down. That's the final play of the third quarter. West Florida 35, Mississippi College 7. We'll go to the fourth. And Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Reed Vance, Charlie Williams, Zach Sewell with you on a warm November afternoon here in Clinton. And West Florida leading Mississippi College 35-7. First and 10 for the Argonauts from their own 48. And this is going to be an end around and a big gainer for Offord into Choctaw territory at the 33. And we got a penalty marker down in the backfield. This is coming back. The MC Marching Band with a version of the fight song there in between the third and fourth quarters. And lo and behold, Tushka, the new Choctaw mascot, was playing the toms.
Yeah, they were honoring their senior class as it's senior day for the band as well. And Tushka joined in the fun playing the toms. And then I saw Dr. Thompson holding what looked like a mellophone. I didn't know he played.
A mellophone?
Yes. It's a marching French horn.
Oh, okay. I never knew that, and I was in the band. I knew what it was a French horn, but I knew that what a flugelhorn, you know, like
it's similar.
Chuck Mangione type stuff.
It's similar to flugelhorn.
Okay, all right. So you learn something new every day.
I was a band kid too. So.
Me too. I played saxophone, but I couldn't play and march at the same time. Had no rhythm.
See, I was a trumpet player, so I played the mellophone.
First and 20 after the penalty against West Florida. And they'll mark it back at the 38-yard line. And good job defensively for MC along the near side of the line. That's another nice stop for McKeithen. Jason McKeithen getting some playing time here in the second half.
And I'd expect we see a lot of seniors get some snaps on defense in this fourth quarter.
Number 95, Keyshawn Brinkley, along with 32.
That's a gain of only 2 yards, so second down 18 here for West Florida.
Second down 19.
Argonauts through 3 quarters have run for 185, passed for 214. That's 400 on the nose. 400 yards in the game for West Florida. Second and 18, Jarrett slings it left side. It's caught. Receiver shakes his first man and then is slung out of bounds just shy of the line to gain for the first down. They'll mark him out at the 48 of MC. And that is, I didn't see who made that catch for West Florida. Number 17 is the announcement. Jalen Fortune. Second down 6. Check that, third down 6 for West Florida. Opening minutes of the fourth, 35-7 Argos. Three receivers stacked to the right, one to the left side. They'll throw it right. Pass is caught by Fortune to the far sideline, out of bounds at the 40. That's enough for the first down.
To number 17, Fortune. Taken out of bounds, number 37, Grant Watts.
And the chains move for West Florida to the Choctaw 40-yard line. You know, West Florida's got to be thinking, you look on their schedule, they had a non-conference loss to Florida A&M playing up. They had a loss to Valdosta by 3, but they led in the final minute of that game.
Last-minute touchdown.
No shame in that. The one on their schedule that got away was the West Alabama game, losing that one 10-6 in Livingston.
And that's what West Alabama's been good at all year. You look back at our game against us, they just get you down in the mud, and as a touchdown almost dropped. But regardless, West Al just good at kind of slowing those games down, getting you down in the mud, and just turning it into a slugfest.
That pass incomplete in the end zone. Second and 10 coming up.
Carson Powers, the one that was intended on that one.
Some fresh faces in for West Florida in this game of the fourth quarter, too. Jarrett, 14 of 24 passing, 235 yards. He'll throw on second and 10. Backing up. Still got time. There's a hold.
Finally.
There's a flag. And the throw to no one in particular along the far sideline. And there's another flag. The referee threw his flag for a hold. Then he threw his hat for intentional grounding, I think.
I don't know. That was thrown near Caden Walker that was tied up with a lineman from West Florida. We may have some kind of personal foul between the two of them.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's out of the pocket, so that is not a grounding call. Let's see what we got here. 2 fouls, holding against West Florida. Personal foul, roughing the passer against MC. Was offset, and we'll replay it all.
So a mistake kind of wipes away a nice play by the Choctaw defense. And we're back where we started.
5 penalties against MC in this game. Talking about the West Florida loss to West Alabama, to their credit, they bounced back the next week and handed Delta State their first loss of the season up in Cleveland. 2nd and 10. Pitch to the running back, looking for some room. Right side out to the 37. 3rd down and long coming up. That's Bussey on the carry.
It's an Argonaut slow to get up near the Choctaw sideline. That's big number 79, Ben Freeman.
The right tackle out of Overland Park, Kansas. Hobbles back to the line. Javontes Woods will check back in the ball game at running back. He's their leading rusher, 89 yards and a touchdown of the game. 3rd down, 7. Line to gain is the 30. 11 and a half to play in the 4th. 35-7 West Florida. Woods gets the call. Big hole right side, 30. 25-20. 15 out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Boy, they sealed that edge really, really well.
And there's another Choctaw down.
Out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Is that Jason Betts?
Yes, that is Jason Betts, 48.
Betts slow to get up. He'll take a knee and come up and get over to the sideline. Matt Barrett, Choctaw's outstanding athletic trainer, will check him out. First down for West Florida out to the 14. Caden Walker will come in to replace Betts at linebacker for Mississippi College. Three receivers left, one to the right side. Woods goes in motion. Jarrett looking to throw, got a man there, picked off in the end zone.
And a nice return across the 20.
Colin Williams, and Williams still on his feet. And Williams all the way inside West Florida territory. All the way down. Let's see where they mark him down.
There's a flag on the play. I think the return might come back a little ways.
Yeah, it is. He didn't quite get into West Florida territory, but for the Choctaws, it's their 8th interception of the season. Colin Williams on the play.
Sign of life here from the Choctaw defense.
They needed that. Williams read it well, stepped right in front of the pass, about 2 yards in front of the receiver.
Yeah, and that was a nice play overall by the Choctaw secondary. The first look for Jarrett was Woods out of the backfield, and one of the DBs stepped down to cut that one off, and then he had to try to force it into the end zone where Williams stepped right in front of it.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty against West Florida after the play, personal foul. So the Choctaws will start at the Argos 40, 1st and 10. 10:58 to play in the 4th quarter. West Florida 35, Mississippi College 7. Choctaws need points, and they need points in a hurry. Davis fakes the handoff. He'll throw left side. Franklin's there. He got it. Touchdown, Choctaws. 40 yards. Mikal Franklin with his first touchdown of the season.
And the Choctaws showing that they're not going to go away yet. As our director, Wesley Sides, is loving that one back here.
Pledger on for the point after. Ben is 22 of 22. 10:50 to play in the 4th quarter. West Florida 35, Mississippi College 14. We'll take a timeout, and Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
The right bank. It just fits. with online and mobile tools that give you the freedom to do more. The power to make your dream home yours. And help your business stay on top. Technology that makes one bank fit you to a T. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works.
Choctaw showing a little life here in the fourth quarter. Interception by Colin Williams. And then the long touchdown pass, Cam Davis to Mikal Franklin, 40 yards. And it's 35-14 West Florida with just under 11 minutes to play in the game. More of that is what the Choctaws need. Returnable kick from the 1. Near sideline, offered. And offered with a nice return again to the 45.
Tackle number 18, John Henry White.
See if the defense can bear down here and continue to show some life in this fourth quarter.
I would be surprised if West Florida goes to the air much again. They didn't really need to on that last pass that was picked off.
It came back and bit them. And like I mentioned, it was really nice coverage by the entire Choctaw secondary to cut off his first look so that he had to look up, and he was under a little bit of pressure, just threw that one right to Williams.
They're averaging 7 yards a carry. This carry gets him to the 49.
That's
going to be a horse collar tackle by the Choctaws.
That was Justin Effaba making the tackle.
For West Florida, their left guard, Colton Beasley, redshirt sophomore out of Saraland, Alabama, is down. They'll roll him over on his back.
It's the second time he's gone down in this fourth quarter.
Looking at his right leg. Zach, you see anything?
Looks like they are propping up that right leg. It did seem like he got bent over a little bit on his block, maybe fell a little awkwardly on that leg, but they are tending to it right now.
Gets a little bit of assistance going over to the sideline. Face mask is the call against MC, so whoever the tackler was didn't get the collar, they got the face mask. This will add yards to the end of the run, give them a first down. Line of scrimmage becomes the 35. Ten and a half minutes remaining in the game. 35-14 West Florida. Argos have a 1st and 10 at the Choctaw 35-yard line. Handoff. Bussey straight ahead. And the Choctaws get him after really a 10-yard gain. He just did get to the line as gain of the first down. And they'll move the chains. First down for West Florida. Bussey's had a nice game. Gives him 59 yards rushing. Woods, their leading rusher, at 113 and a score. Bussey is one of the smaller backs we've seen this year, 5'5", 160. He'll get it again. Turn to the corner of the outside. And out across the 20, and he slips past his Choctaw defender and scores. Touchdown for Jalen Bussey. That's just an outstanding individual effort. He got turned on that speed once he cut up the sideline and got around his two Choctaw defenders for the 6.
They looked like they had him right near the line to gain, and he just shifted into another gear. Put that one in the end zone.
Point after try coming here for Sarah to make it a 42-14 ball game. And that kick is away, and it is good. 9:21 to play in the fourth quarter. West Florida 42, Mississippi College 14. We'll step aside, and Choctaws football will continue in a moment.
The if in life, it's a world of possibilities. If you go for a night out with friends, if you can keep an eye on your money along the way, if you know you have overdraft protection with no fee transfers from savings, when you get a low balance alert, it's easier to say yes to fun. If that sounds good, try Regions Life Banking.
Stay ready for the if in life. Regions Bank embrace the if in life.
You practice that one thing over and over. After a few thousand reps, you master it. That's why the subspecialists at Mississippi Sports Medicine focus on one specific area of the body. So when they see you, they've seen your condition thousands of times. For a winning outcome, turn to Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center. Your life, our focus.
A big second half for the West Florida Argonauts. They trailed 7-0 early. We had a tie ball game in the second, and then West Florida scored late in the second quarter to make it 14-7 at the half. It has been all Argos in the second half. 42-14 the score now. That kickoff not returnable.
Into the end zone for a touchback. Choctaws have it first and 10 to 25.
And the Choctaws will have it at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Next week, we go to Delta State to take on the Statesmen, 2 o'clock kickoff. Pregame at 1:45. And the forecast for next Saturday, mostly cloudy, 64. Lovely day in Cleveland next Saturday. That's real football weather, though. Make sure if you're coming, bundle up, because when the wind blows, there's nothing to stop it. 1st and 10 for the Choctaws, the 25. Ron Creighton gets his first carry of the game out to the 29-yard line. I continue to be a little perplexed as to how Williams and Creighton have been used this season. Ron had that breakout game at Midwestern State. The long 95-yard touchdown run as a penalty marker is going to come here. And it's against West Florida, but it's declined, I think. So, yeah, 2nd and 5. But yeah, he was the flavor for a while, a couple of games, and Marcus Williams just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of been Williams'
It's been back and forth all season. I think a lot of it has had to do with the scheme change, as since they've gone to the spread especially, Williams has been the feature.
Creighton gets a first down, 7-yard carry there to the 37. And then, of course, we've had the emergence of R.J. Wilson as a legitimate third option at running back. The one thing that was lost big time when John Henry White went down was his hard-nosed running.
Absolutely. And his ability, like, I think it gets discounted sometimes in the triple option, a quarterback's ability to distribute the football, because it's not, you know, you don't see it as tangibly with pass yards. But he had the ability to make a lot of really good reads in that offense because he was so comfortable in it.
No yards for Creighton, 2nd and 10.
And I think that was what allowed, you know, maybe a little bit of the use of more backs in that offense was just because White was going to try to get everybody involved.
2nd down 10 from the 37. Another running play, and Creighton spins away, gets to the 39. Just a couple of yards, so 3rd down 8 coming up here for MC. 7.5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. 42-14 West Florida. Line to gain for MC, the 47. Davis to throw. Now on the run. Davis escapes one man, but then tackled at the 40. And that'll be not enough for the first down.
And a tough play by Davis as he had to roll to his left, but had Gardner wide open to his right, coming across the field.
Gain of 4, big 4th down 6.
And on 4th and 6, Choctaws are too far back to go for it, so they're going to punt the football away with 6.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, if you have a special event that needs catering, it'll be Chick-fil-A's pleasure to take care of you. Chick-fil-A is a proud supporter of Mississippi College athletics. On 4th and 6, Shine to punt. Flag comes in, fair catch at the 20.
Fair catch made at the 20-yard line.
And somebody on the Choctaws return team got probably blocked from the blind side.
He's
Jalen Thompson. And don't know what this penalty is going to be here.
It may be on the block that caused the injury.
Well, you would think so.
I didn't see anything else that could have caused it, as they're marching off a penalty against West Florida.
Yes. John Bland goes out to check on him. And they'll hop him up. And he will hop over to the sideline. Needs a little bit of help. Is it? Well, I don't know if it's, I think it's Jalen Thompson. Yeah, they got 2 number 4s.
10 yards from the end of the stick. First down, West Florida.
So holding on the return team. And that's West Florida. And the Argos will be set back to their own 10 to start this one. 6:12 to play in the 4th quarter, 42-14. West Florida. Our Zach Sewell is down there. I think he's found Choctaws lineman Garrett Franklin. In just a minute, we'll give the mic to Zach and let him talk to Garrett, who's been injured the last 2 or 3 ball games as he completes his Choctaw career, unfortunately, on the DL. Marcus Stokes in at quarterback for West Florida.
Pass complete.
Actually, that was Michael Rich Jr. at quarterback. His pass caught, and now here comes Stokes into the ball game, and it will be 1st and 10 for West Florida. They're up 42-14, under 6 minutes to play. Stokes gets his second snap of the ball game, and he'll run with it to the near side, and he's down to the 26. Let's go down to Zach, who's got Garrett Franklin. Zach?
Thank you, Reed. I'm here on the sideline with senior offensive lineman Garrett Franklin. And Garrett, it's your senior day, and you will soon be looking forward into the future. But let's take a second to look back. And what has this team meant to you, this Choctaw unit meant to you over the past 4 years?
Man, I can't describe how thankful I am and how many lessons that this team has all taught me. You know, every team since I've been here has all been different. I've found friendships that'll last for lifetimes. And every single one, every player that's come and gone, they know what it means to be a Choctaw. And for the future of the Choctaws, they'll all know that from the foundations that leaders like them have set in the past, you know. And so I'm just so thankful to be a part of such a program and a team and a college that I can call home.
Yeah, we've all enjoyed watching you play. And now let's look back. As you've played football, all athletes know that athletics, they can teach you life lessons, you know, as you move into the future. What has football taught you just throughout your entire life?
Man, I've been playing this game for, since I was 4 years old. I guess the biggest thing it teaches everybody is just when you get knocked down, you can get up. You know, that's what life's about. Life isn't always going to be sunshine and rainbows, but at the end of the day, just like a game, it's not over till it's over. And that's my biggest takeaway from football is just keep going through adversity, through bad times, through hard times, and just keep trying your best out there. And playing a game like this will teach you life lessons like that every day.
Oh, of course. And looking into the future, I've seen a couple videos floating around of your singing voice. The council had an event the other night, a little karaoke, and Garrett grabbed the mic, and he's got a little country tune in his voice. So, Garrett, is there a plan for that in the future?
Well, yeah, so I just applied for the CMA EDU leadership program for the summer with the Country Music Association. I'm praying that all works out because I would love to work in the music industry, specifically country music, because that's something I've been passionate about my whole life along with football. And then also along with that, I'm recording my first EP next semester, and it'll be dropped sometime within the next year. So I'm excited to kind of get that ball rolling and see where that takes me.
Of course, we may have a Choctaw become a country music star in the future, but we'll have to see. Garrett, thank you so much, and you have meant so much to this program. Reed, back up to you.
All right, thanks, Zach, and thank you, Garrett. That catch, nice one made by Anthony Ballard. Gets West Florida down to the Choctaw 24-yard line with 3:24 to play in the game. 42-14 Argos. I'm biased. Garrett was one of our majors in the Department of Communication, now getting his MBA here at Mississippi College. He is everything you want in a Mississippi College student. He is just so talented in so many ways, not just in football, but you heard he can sing, he can act, he can dance, he can do all kinds of stuff. And he's an outstanding student on top of all that. So we're going to try to get him in that CMA program. That's a great program. The great city of Carriere, Mississippi. Played for the Picayune Maroon Tide. Great program down there. And Garrett is a great example of these seniors who are going to fall short on their senior day here today, but not a lot of wins in their careers, just to be flat out honest with you. But they played hard and they played well over the years. And they'll have one more chance next week at Delta State.
And they've played through an interesting time
yes.
in this Choctaw program.
Yes.
Recently coming back to the Division II level, and then felt like we had some momentum, and then COVID really kind of crippled this program.
On 2nd and 5, pitch goes to Daryl Garcia. And Garcia looks like he has the first down to the 14-yard line as we come up on 2 minutes to play. It has been 10 years. 10 years. This is the 10th year back in Division II. And the results have not been, I think, what everybody expected. And we'll have a chance to close out this 10th year in the return to Division II, which no doubt has been a real challenge, and everybody knew it was going to be. First and 10 at the 14-yard line of the Choctaws for West Florida. Running play for Marcus Stokes inside the 10. He's hit hard and taken down to the 8-yard line. We're down to minute 24 to play. And it would be nice if the Choctaws could stop them right here from getting in the end zone. The Argos have a lot of their backups in, so you play until the game is over. You can't fault anybody for trying to score. They're not trying to run it up or anything. They're trying to get some reps from their backups because they've got a chance, if they beat Chowan next week, to go to the playoffs after that. A very good chance, I would think. And they're going to take it down to the final seconds of the play clock and then call a timeout here. Timeout on the field. 47 seconds to play. We'll keep it right here. 42-14. West Florida is the score. Again, West Florida taking on Chowan next Saturday at home. Choctaws at Delta State, 2 o'clock in Cleveland next week. Choctaws football brought to you in part by Trustmark, providing proven financial advice through every phase of life. It's a bank that fits. Trustmark, member FDIC.
And while this season certainly has been a contrasting one between the two programs, Delta State and MC, I think we all know that in that rivalry matchup, you can kind of throw that out the window. So hopefully we're going to see an exciting matchup next week.
Yeah, Delta's at West Georgia tonight. The Statesmen have lost only once, and that was to this West Florida team. I beg your pardon, they've lost twice. They're 5-1 in conference play. So after the West Florida timeout, 47 seconds remain. 2nd down 3 for the Argos. They've lined up with the victory formation. They will take the knee with 44 seconds on the clock. A little pushing and shoving when there doesn't need to be. Who pushed first, it really doesn't matter.
There was a Choctaw player that hit the quarterback right after he took the knee.
Well, if that is the case,
that was just not necessary.
No, that's somebody who doesn't need to make the trip to Cleveland next week. So a disappointing loss on senior day for the Choctaws. West Florida 42, Mississippi College 14 as the clock winds down to 0. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back to wrap it all up when Choctaws football continues in a moment.
The right bank. It just fits. With online and mobile tools that give you the freedom to do more. The power to make your dream home yours. And help your business stay on top. Technology that makes one bank fit you to a T. Trustmark. People you trust. Advice that works.
There was a time when a person's word was enough, a time when a handshake meant something, and integrity really mattered. For over 70 years, the values of Farm Bureau Insurance have been rooted in hard work, faith, and family. In that time, we've seen the world change in many ways. What hasn't wavered is Farm Bureau Insurance's commitment to our customers to protect their way of life and serve the communities in which they live when they need us most. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
West Florida 42, Mississippi College 14. It's our final score here today. Cam Davis, 1-yard touchdown run late in the first minute, 7-0. That came after a 55-yard run by Marcus Williams. 9 plays, 80 yards on that drive. Argos tied it up at 6:04 to play in the second. Jamontez Woods, 42-yard run. Made it 7-7. And then after a Choctaw turnover, Pee Wee Jarrett to John Giles. 48 seconds to play in the second, 42 yards, 9 plays, 80 yards. Made it 14-7 West Florida at the half. And then the Argos broke it open in the third. Jarrett to Giles, 41 yards, made it 21-7 in the third. After another Choctaw turnover that was a blocked punt, Michwan Coward fell on the ball in the end zone, made it 28-7 midway through the third. Jarrett to Caden Leggett, 11 yards, made it 34-7 late in the third. Cam Davis to Mikhail Franklin after a West Florida turnover. 40-yard touchdown pass, made it 35-14 early fourth. Choctaws could get no closer. Jalen Bussey, 25-yard touchdown run. 9:21 to play in the fourth, made it 42-14. West Florida gets the win. Argos are 7-3, 5-2 in the conference. Choctaws dropped to 3-6, 2-5 in the GSC. And West Florida plays Chowan at home next week. Choctaws go on the road to take on Delta State. Choctaw fans have a new way to follow their favorite MC teams online. Blue and Gold is the student media group at MC, covering campus news, sports, arts, and more. Reading's always free. Subscribers receive the latest stories directly in their email inbox. Visit blueandgoldmc.com to read and to watch. Choctaws football is produced by Blue and Gold Sports at Mississippi College in cooperation with the MC Department of Communication. Undergraduate degrees in digital media production, interpersonal and public communication, journalism, media analytics, ministry communication, public relations, and sports media. This graduate degree is offered online. For more information, visit communication.mc.edu. Our next broadcast of Choctaws football is next Saturday. The Choctaws visit the Delta State Statesmen. Kickoff is scheduled for 2. Our pregame show begins at 1:45. You can listen live for free at GoChoctaws.com and on the Choctaws app. My thanks to our entire Blue and Gold Sports crew for their work today and all season long for all 4 of our home football games. Appreciate all that they do, especially Avery Dugan, who is our senior producer, who makes all the trains run on time. Once again, our final score here today on Senior Day. West Florida 42, Mississippi College 14. For Charlie Williams and Zach Sewell, I'm Reed Vance. We'll see you next Saturday in the Delta. Until then, thanks for joining us for Mississippi College Choctaws football.